Business owners, what if I could show you how to script, shoot, edit and launch a converting video ad just like this for your business in a single day or less, without complicated camera and lighting setups, without investing time and money into confusing editing software, and without having to read hundreds of copywriting books to write simple scripts. Well, my name's Ryan. Over the past 5 years, I've been day in, day out making video ads for clients, and I've got some great results. Joel Irway hired me to create him an ad. I wrote him a script, I edited his video, and this simple video went on to be one of his best performing ads. Travis Stevenson hired me to edit a video. It went on to make over $1 million profitably in sales, and I've worked with tons of other clients like Ecom Authority, ClickFunnels, Commit Action, and these guys pay me literally thousands of dollars to make their videos, but the truth is, it's often the simplest videos that actually convert the best. And then I realized most business owners could probably do these for themselves. When They Launch is a simple 4-module step-by-step course that's going to teach you how to write a converting script, how to shoot a video that looks pro with nothing but your mobile phone and natural lighting, how to edit in free software, and we're going to show you how to create a simple Facebook or YouTube ads campaign. So literally the entire video ad creating, launching process is covered, and you could have one running for your business in a single day or less. Video marketing agency is probably going to hate me for this, but One Day Launch is just $27, and that's for the full course. There's no upsells, no BS. When you get in, you get instant access to the course and the Facebook group. You can go ahead, work on your script, shoot your video, edit it, and you can just drop it in the Facebook group. So you've even got a safe space if you're concerned about how your video looks, or you want to get over the fear of posting a video of yourself online. So if you want a video ad running for your business, collecting you new clients potentially as early as today, then hit the link below, sign up, get instant access, and I'll see you guys inside the group. And welcome to One Day Launch. What's up guys, Ryan here. I hope you're super excited from what you just saw, because I'm going to be giving you this course for free. Long story short, I created this course to attract business owners, to hopefully upsell them done for you services on the back end. But there's 4 different courses in this course, and it was actually quite hard to market. Plus, I've got a long-term client and I don't really need any more clients, and I thought instead of wasting this course, I'm just going to put it out there for free. This course is basically the last 5 years of me scripting, shooting, editing and launching ads for clients, and it's a crash course on how you can do this for yourself. So whether you're a business owner or a freelancer, there's a copywriting section, a shooting section, shooting with your mobile and natural lighting, unlocking YouTube quality content from your mobile, launching a basic Facebook and YouTube ads campaign, and some amazing editing gold. Obviously, this isn't going to be uploaded to a course website, but I will leave timestamps below the video so that you can skip to the parts you want. We're going to get straight into copywriting. You can skip around, go to whichever section you like, or just watch the whole thing through. And if you pick up something new or you learn something awesome, please just drop a comment below. I'd really appreciate that. If you want to learn more from me, you can get a month free with Skillshare, where you can learn how to create Hormozy style reels in Premiere Pro. You can get an A to Z of After Effects, create the perfect Fiverr gig that actually sells, and you can get a month free below by checking that out. You can go in, get the free trial, cancel if you want. Just putting it out there. If you want to learn more from me and you like this course, you like my teaching style, then check out Skillshare. Otherwise, that's it. Enjoy the course. Alright guys, welcome to One Day Launch. I'm super excited to have you here, and I thought I'd just put together a quick presentation, and it will be quick. It's just to show you what to expect from this course, and just a bit about me, because in case you don't know me, you buy a course of some guy, you probably want to know a little bit about him, whether you should even spend your time listening to me or not. So it's going to be a quick introduction, and yeah, let's just get into it. Alright, so who am I? Well, if we can see that, that'll help. Who am I? So my name's Ryan, and quit my job in April 2019 with $500 of orders on Fiverr. I actually I worked in a corporate job for 5 years, never got promoted, really hated my life in there, was anxious, depressed, and I was looking for a way out. I started with Amazon FBA. I was buying and selling stuff in my spare time from clearance stores, from clearance aisles in supermarkets. Saved up a load of money, well, a couple of £1,000 over 6 months. And then I tried drop shipping because Amazon just wasn't scaling, and I tried doing online FBA, that didn't work, so I tried drop shipping. Then when I was drop shipping, I needed to make videos for my ads for drop shipping, and I was so broke I couldn't even afford $20 to pay somebody to make my video ads, so I had to make the video ads for drop shipping myself. Which is why I've always looked at videos from a conversion point of view, because I always was making ads for myself. So like my head was already in that space of trying to sell with videos. So long story short, videos just ended up paying me more money than dropshipping did. So I was like, you know what, I'll go all in on videos and just see how it goes. And then in 2 years, I got top seller on Fiverr, because I position myself as a video editor that gets you results, positioning. And back then, videos weren't even like a big thing or really popular, but now it's everywhere. So it's kind of like I was doing videos when people weren't really doing them. So anyway, I got top seller in 2 years on Fiverr. I realized that with Fiverr, people abuse the system, lots of cancellations, lots of time wasters, not the best clients, and even though it was doing well, I think I made $6,500 in pounds, so about $9,000 on Fiverr in my best month. But it came with, for every one sale, you'd have 20 or 30 messages that didn't go anywhere. And I was like, I need to grow out of this. I grew my reputation on Facebook, and I never went back to Fiverr after that. I started working with less clients, better clients, and getting them results. I got 16,000 subscribers on YouTube. And by the way, this isn't just like a bragging thing. To be honest, it's not glamorous. It's been extremely hard work, and it still is. But I got 16,000 subscribers on YouTube from a few videos kicked off. I used to just post random ads on there, and then I thought I'd try it. But to be honest, with YouTube, it's like my goal. Ultimately, I love creating and selling products. That's what I love doing. And decent products that get people results. You're not going to sell products for long if they're rubbish. So you can rest assured that you're in a good one here. I have some courses on Skillshare and Udemy, but they're more targeted towards video editors. Create Hormozy style reels Create Hormozy style reels. It's like less than 3 hours. That gets amazing reviews. Create the perfect Fiverr gig that sells. That's how people quit their jobs. So the courses I make actually do get results, which we'll talk about in a second with what you can expect from this course. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling a bit. I made a slideshow presentation, which isn't my strong suit, so that I don't ramble, and I'm still rambling. So we're going to go into the next one. I have achieved success through learning marketing, sales, copywriting, and video editing to become a full stack video marketer. So all I'm trying to say here is you can trust that when I'm saying stuff about videos that I know what I'm talking about, because ultimately I started making videos for my own drop shipping. I've always looked at videos like, do they convert? And you'll learn obviously how to make converting videos in this course. And I've got great results through copywriting, directing, and editing. So sometimes I'll write the script, they'll shoot the video, then I'll edit it. Sometimes they just send me a VSL and I'll edit it. Sometimes they'll have content just constantly uploads into a Google Drive, and they just pay me every month to go in and just make stuff out of it. And you know, with the way I edit now, I can make multiple variations from lots of content just being uploaded to a drive. So and then also I'll tell them, sometimes I'll write prompts, tell them how to set up an interview style set. Ecom Authority, for example, I wrote them down 20 questions, directed them to get an informal interview set up. They ask the questions, and then I take that footage and cut that up as well. So just show you some results here. So here's a Facebook campaign. This was actually for my jiu-jitsu club when I started doing Facebook ads as well, because my first year of when I was making videos, I was still learning Facebook ads and FATC, and this is some great results here. So we put £1,000 in, got £10,000 back. We got another one here. This is a video I made getting under $8 leads for a $2,000 offer. I think that was for a skincare, like a treatment center. Another simple video ad here, super simple copy, fascinating imagery. And yeah, this went wild. This got 3.5x ROAS with 50 grand in ad spend. And 2,700 likes and comments and people commenting yes. That's the kind of stuff you want. Almost there. Travis Stevenson, this is probably the video that I'm most famous for, really, is this one did over $1 million in sales. Travis absolutely smashed it. This one went through the roof. That being said, Travis's delivery is great. He's set up at the camera. He's got authentic delivery. I can't take all the credit for it, but I did edit this one. And then just, some other stuff. We're nearly up to 500k views on one of those videos. Joel Irway's videos, comments, likes, shares. This is the kind of stuff that you want to get on your video. You want to see stuff like this. Lots of comments, lots of shares, lots of likes. Dude, that's amazing. Really incredible work. Blown away by that. Okay, boom. So Ryan knows what he's doing with videos. What you can expect from this course. So this course is going to take you in a straight line to creating a video ad. So what a lot of courses do is they try to prepare you for every eventuality. But the thing is with that is you'll often spend weeks doing a course just to be overwhelmed by this huge project, right? Look how quick and dirty this introduction video is on this slideshow. I figured the best medium for me to not ramble but still say what I need to say is set up a slideshow and do a Loom video showing you the slideshow. So that is the way I like to treat anything. It's like, let's go in a straight line to finishing and creating a product, and then you can look at it, you can iterate on it, and you can improve on the little bits as you watch it back. But if you don't create the video, then you're never going to have something to look at. So that's why I'm trying to teach you how to do this with your mobile phone and how to edit in a fundamental what and why structure rather than technical details, 35 minutes on learning one effect. That's not going to help your video, and it's not going to help you get anything done. So we're going to go in a straight line, right in the copy, and I want this quick, I'd say quick and dirty, but it's good information, but I want you to apply it. That's how you get results. Apply it, move on to the next step. Even if you feel uncomfortable, that means you're doing the right thing. Even making this course, I felt uncomfortable. So I knew I'm on the right path. I can always, same with this course, and we'll talk about this now, but anything, I've created the whole course and I created most of the videos twice, and now I've seen how it could all be better and I want to go and do it again. But at some point you have to get it out. So take this as an experience and just get your video done. So take action now and iterate and improve later. Get a video created and then you can look at it, you can improve on it. And I've created a Facebook group, which I'll leave link below. Please go and do that now. Join the Facebook group, use the comment 1DL for the passwords, and get in there and maybe click a colored background, say in 1DL, I'm going to make my video. I commit to making my video, something like that. Commit, and then, if everybody can do this, you can all help each other, because doing this on your own is boring, it's lonely, and you don't get to see other people sort of going through it together. So the Facebook group is just a free community for you guys to get together, post your videos, help each other, and get a buzz going in there. So get in the Facebook group, make a little post, introduce yourself, whatever. Just let us know where you are in your video journey and that you're going to post a video in here. Here's an interesting statistic. Only 12% of people on average finish a course. In fact, only 66% actually start a course that they buy. So 36% of people probably won't even start a course. And only 12% of people finish it. So if you're worried about competition and stuff like that, well, you can annihilate 88% of them by just finishing the course and having a video made. If you've got any questions about a particular video in the course content, please comment them below the video on the course module. That way I can get notified, and if I see people are struggling with a certain bit or I haven't explained something properly, I can go and make a new course module, and then everybody can see the answers as well. If I reply to your answer, everybody sees it. If you post it in the group, I'm probably not going to see that. As with the group, so obviously post your wins. the community stuff in the group, but questions about a particular video, comment below the video. Just want to reiterate that, because if everyone's asking the same questions, but they're in the group and I don't see them, and then I answer them again and again, then other people just aren't going to see them. So questions below the video, wins in the group. Yeah. Okay, share your wins and results in the group. I've already said that. Finally, I can't give you detailed, like if I'm in the group and I see a video and I can drop a heart and say, yeah, that was amazing, or it's a quick fix, I'll drop a little comment there. But I'm selling this course super cheap, so obviously I can't do one-to-ones and live Q&As and all that sort of stuff in the Facebook group. So if you do want that extra support and you want access to me in a group setting, I've created a school community which right now is $47 a month, and in here you can get personalized feedback. There's a request for, I'll show you actually. So if you want that extra support, you can come into school, you can introduce yourself here. There's general discussion here, where I'm pretty much talking about these guys getting one day launch. You can go into requests. I've just created this, but you can put a request in here, and then each day I'll work through the requests. And if I do any requests in a video format, I can reply to you with a video, and then all of these will be saved as bonus trainings. So if you want to, like, you know, things that go outside of the scope of the school, reviewing videos, if you want to be constantly learning and improving the videos, then you might want to check this out. So for example, let's go down to we've got a bunch of different stuff. Mini VSL training. There's also a couple of little mini courses and stuff like that on here, and it's just a growing library of answering questions and that extra support. But I won't keep going on about that. So let's just go back to the slideshow. I may as well stay here now because I've clicked off. You can view my portfolio, book a call with me, or get done with your service by hitting the link below this video, which will have links to all that stuff. So anyway, every video I'm going to tell you, take the action, move on to the next step. If you feel uncomfortable, that's a good thing. So first step, this is the intro over, we're getting straight into it. First step, join the Facebook group, say you're in, and then get straight back in to the copywriting section. Feel free to watch that on 1.5x speed. Just get through it, get some copy written, and if at any point during this course you love something or found something really helpful, please just drop like a little colorful post in the group. That'll really help me as well, because I'd love to share your results with new potential students, and share your results. That would really help me. So that's pretty much it, guys. Get in the Facebook group, get on to the next step, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's go. How do I quit Loom? Alright guys, ad copy 101, create killer ad copy in minutes. I'm going to try and keep this whole presentation short and sweet. I would rather keep it simple and you actually get something out of it, rather than make it too long, boring, or complicated and you don't actually take action on it. So let's get into it. Your script is the most important part of the video. In order of importance, your script is the most important. Your audio quality is next important. Finally, followed by your video quality. I'm doing a copywriting course, and I think your audio quality is next important. Isn't even proper English, so excuse me for that. But the reason for this is people can excuse bad image quality, but if your message is good, if your offer is good, they can excuse bad video. But if they can't understand what you're saying, if the offer doesn't resonate, then it's just not going to work. It doesn't matter how good the video looks if the offer is bad. It's that simple. You know, people create content, but they're putting out rubbish content, but then it's just completely spammed with graphics and animations and things like that. It's just not as important as getting your message right. And then next to that, people need to hear your message. So to be honest, I think audio quality and your script are probably equally as important. But the point here is you can't, there's no way of saving a bad message with rubbish audio. People aren't going to buy from you, even if the video is covered in graphics and animations and looks really cool. In fact, if you over edit your video, people might just be distracted by what's going on the screen and think that looks cool, but nobody's actually listening. So Your script is the most important part of your video. The goal of your video ad specifically is to do one thing. What do you think that is? It's to get the click. So when you run a video ad on Facebook or YouTube or Reels or Shorts, ultimately you're not going to sell on that video. You might warm them up, you might get them in a buy-in state, but ultimately the selling happens on the landing page. So how much you pre-sell in the video compared to the landing page totally depends. I mean, there's a million ways you can do it, but ultimately you need them to click before they buy. It's that simple. There's no buy button now on the ad. It's on the landing page. So we want to get the click. So your ad's purpose is simply to get the right person to click your video and visit the landing page, as opposed to getting the wrong people to, because obviously if you're advertising on Facebook or YouTube, you're going to have tracking in place. So another part of that first sentence is that we don't want the wrong people clicking as well, which is very important to consider later. And it's on the landing page where people get sold the product. Therefore, we want to make, in this course, we want to make a simple 1 to 2 minute video, even like 45 seconds. It really just depends. It needs to be as long as it needs to be to generate enough intrigue to get the viewer to click the video. And that's what we're going to be doing. So here's the most basic copywriting formula. This is like super simple, anyone can understand. Hook, story, offer. So you hook your audience in the first few seconds. You keep them watching, they know it's for them. You tell a story to get them engaged and to buy into your message. And then the offer is what you tell them to do next. That is the most fundamental. If you think even a newspaper article, you'll see the headline. The headline is the hook. Then you've got the story. And then usually there's like an agenda or maybe even an offer at the end for you to take the next action. So we're going to expand on this slightly in this course. We're going to go hook, big promise. So we hook them to keep them watching. We make the big promise of what they can achieve by watching this video. We're going to provide credibility, which is going to give them a reason why they should listen to us. Then we've got the mechanism, which is the story. So we need to basically tie how we came about our big promise or our offer. So whatever your product or service is, this is probably the most complicated bit, but we're going to make it really simple. So the mechanism is tying their current problem with your solution. And then the CTA is the call to action. In marketing terms, CTA, call to action. So hook them, give them a big promise, show them why they listen to us, explain why we have the solution when others don't, and then call to action, what to do next, which is usually click the link or, it's most of the time it's click the link, download the PDF, watch the video, whatever your funnel, whatever your service looks like, whatever they need to do next on the landing page. So whether you're sending them to a landing page with a longer video or a sales page, or you're asking them to download a PDF or get a free guide, the script writing formula that I'm teaching you here, you'll use this in everything. I use this formula on my Facebook posts. I use it for YouTube videos. It's all the same stuff. So even with a YouTube video, you'll watch it, they'll hook you and give you a reason to keep watching. They'll tell you the story, and usually at the end, even with YouTube, somebody is selling something most of the time. It's just marketing 101. So for each of these 5 points, I'm going to explain the concept. So like explain the concept of the hook. I'll give you an example. I'll get you to write your hooks in a Google Doc or a notepad, whatever works for you. And then we move on to the next point. And by the end of this, you're going to have the framework with all your ideas for your business, and you'll start thinking copy. So right now, as we go through, it's just brainstorming. Feel free to write multiple versions for each section. And then at the end, we're going to put it all together. So right now, it can be rough. You don't have to write it all perfectly. We'll tie it all together at the end to create your first script. So that's it. Video 1 done. Open up a Google Doc, grab a notepad, then move on to the next video, and I'll see you there. Alright guys, let's get into the hook. So our job with the hook is to call out the audience and stop the scroll. You have 3 to 5 seconds to catch your viewer's attention. We can use a strong hook with both copy and visuals to achieve this. You want to call out the right audience and get rid of the wrong audience. The reason for this is we don't want our ads picking up the data for the wrong audience. If the wrong people click or watch a long portion of our video, Facebook or YouTube might start thinking they're the right people and start targeting the wrong people. So with the hook, we want to make sure we get the right people. So here's 3 types of hook. Number 1, we've got an outrageous claim, and I've just made this up. Do not take this seriously. Do not start smoking cigarettes. But scientists have recently discovered that having less than 6 hours of sleep per night is more dangerous than smoking 5 cigarettes per day. And obviously, you've got to be careful with what you're claiming, with what you're guaranteeing. I should say this now on Facebook and YouTube. You might need to look into if you've got a pretty controversial niche, then you might want to check what you're saying is all above board. But ultimately you can make an outrageous claim, because if you make a claim like this, then this is really going to appeal to people. Suppose you're a sleep coach and somebody's watching and they see that less than 6 hours of sleep is more dangerous than smoking cigarettes. Well, you're obviously going to attract people who aren't getting enough sleep. Call out your audience's pain or their desire. So it's like goals or problems. So if you're an online business owner struggling to get past 20K per month, or you could say if you're an online business owner and you'd like to get past 20K per month, they're 2 different variations, but ultimately you're calling out, number 1, the online business owner is the target audience, and then they're paying, struggling to get past 20K per month. This is very simple. Ask a question. What would you do with an extra 10 hours free time per week? That's just an example. But these are 3 different types of hooks. There's tons more hooks, but we're going to work on creating the very simple call out the audience hook. So here's the formula. So you want to call out the audience and then add their pain point or desire. Another variation on the formula. So client avatar. So business owners. If you are struggling to file your accounts on time, if you are struggling to scale past 20K per month, or you could say video editors, if you are struggling to get clients, or agency owners, if you are struggling to hire a team, or fitness coaches, if you're struggling to acquire 10 members, you kind of get what I mean. Obviously, it's going to be different for you, but this is the formula. So here's 3 examples. If you're a single mother over the age of 30 and are struggling to find time to build your business, if you're a busy entrepreneur and you want the body of your dreams, but you don't want to spend 5 days a week in the gym, if you own a landscaping company, but you can't grow your team beyond 10 members, or 10 employees, I should say. So these 3 examples, completely different niches, same formula. So let's talk about broad versus narrow. So the broader you go, the more people you might attract, but they might not be the right audience. And the narrower you go, the more niche and tailored your message will be, but you might exclude potential candidates who don't fit in that very niche bracket. So let me give you some examples on this. So very broad would just be business owners, because you could be an online business owner, you could own a bakery, you could be any business owner. Narrower would be online business owners. So again, we're going to exclude all the brick and mortar stores by saying online business owners. And then niche, very narrow, online coaches doing less than 20K per month. Or even narrower, you could say online fitness coaches doing less than 20K per month. Or if you're an online fitness coach and you're not making more than 20K per month, and I've just said it before the slides come up, but for wording, if you're an online fitness coach doing less than 20K per month, then big promise. And that's when we're going to the big promise. So really short, really sweet, but try and write down a bunch of hooks. You can use this simple formula we discussed, or like I said, get more creative. Think about problems or desires your target audience has and how you can grab their attention, either with a bold statement or a straight up calling them out. So maybe you can make an interesting fact in your niche. You could say a claim, you could say a fact, anything that's gonna, if you were your client, think about your client's problems and what they've said and why they've come to you, and take that and try and put that in 3 to 5 seconds and think about what would make them stop the scroll. Remember, action over perfection at this point. Again, we're moving quite quickly. So write down your hooks, move on to the next video where we'll talk about the big promise, which is where you add on. You've called them out and now you've got to promise them what they're going to achieve with this video. So nice and simple. Write down the hooks and I'll see you in the next one. All right, guys, we are flying now. So the next thing we want to do is the big promise. What are we going to show them in the video? So we've hooked them, we've called them out. What next? So we've called them out, we've hooked them. Now we have to give them a reason to keep watching. Very short and sweet, this one. So this could vary depending on the goals of your video, but the structure is going to be something like this. Ultimately, we're leading into why they should keep watching. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to achieve the thing you want in a certain time frame without doing the thing you don't like. Now, you could change without doing the thing you don't like to something like using this simple little tool or one little trick, or you want to tell them which kind of like leaks into the mechanism part. You kind of don't want to tell them what it is, but you want to allude to what they're going to learn. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to save 10 hours in your business instantly with this simple little trick, with this automated tool or whatever it is. So that's the general formula. Or we can start with, what if I could help you achieve? So you've said, business owners, if you can't make over 20K a month, what if I could help you achieve 30K a month in the next 30 days without hiring new members, without adding time to your work week? So let's go through some examples here. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can achieve the body of your dreams in the next 90 days without giving up your favorite food or hitting the gym 5 days a week. I know this is pretty generic. You've probably heard it a million times, but it's just the first example I could think of in the sort of dieting or body fitness niche. What if I could help you save 10 hours a week in your business right now without hiring more team members and increasing your overheads? And then we could go back to, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to show you how you can scale beyond 10K per month as an agency owner without adding more hours to your work week, using a simple AI automation that nobody is talking about. So this is really going to, so say we've called out the business owners, they can't scale beyond 10K a month. Now there's a simple AI automation. We're not saying what the thing is yet. And this is kind of like, it's the big promise, but it's also kind of part of the mechanism, because you're presenting this new opportunity that they haven't heard of. We'll get more into the mechanism. Don't get too confused with that. But ultimately, we've called them out, and now we want to say what we can show them, how we can show them how they can achieve what they want. So let's just recap those formulas again, give you a chance to sort of look at these, write them down before you go and do your own. So I'm going to show you how to achieve the thing you want in the time frame without doing a thing you don't like. Or what if I could help you achieve? So for mine, for example, I might even bake this into the hook for my ad for this course, which you've probably already seen if you're watching the course. But the first thing that comes to my head is, business owners, what if I could show you how you can script, shoot, edit, and upload your very first video ad or a converting video ad in a single day without complicating lighting setups, with simple free editing software, and without having to hire an expensive agency to launch your ads. And then we could go into because the truth is, you don't need a fancy video. You need a strong message, blah, blah, blah. So which goes into the mechanism. And again, these things that I'm teaching you, depending on your service, they could be the other way around. You could go into the mechanism, and then the results, things can be switched around, and that will all come together once you've written down your big promise. Once we've written down for each of the copy points, right? For each of the 5 points, once we've written them down, you're going to work out the best way to put them together at the end. So for now, write down your big promise. What if I could show you how to achieve this? In this video, I'm going to show you how to achieve this. In this video, I'm going to show you how Brandon scaled, you could go into a testimonial. I'm going to show you how Brandon scaled his business from blah, blah, blah to blah, blah, blah. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. We're moving fast. This is great. If you're still watching, you are annihilating the competition, because most people just give up. So don't give up. Get this done. You can have your copy written. The shooting's going to be easy. The editing's going to be easy. And the launching the ads is going to be easy. This is the most important bit, like I've said before. So yeah, write down your big promise. I hope you're enjoying things so far. Can't wait to see what you produce. And let's get into the next video. First question. People ask, when you pop up, you make this bold claim, I'm going to show you how you can achieve this. You can do this, blah, blah, blah. Naturally, people are going to go, well, who are you? Why should I listen to you, right? So we just want to spend a few seconds of our video building credibility and trust, talking about our achievements, our credentials, or just giving a bit of backstory about how we got here. So it doesn't even have to be about results. It could just be, 5 years ago, I was drowning in debt, I was struggling, and now I'm, financially free, and I'm going to show you how I did it, kind of thing. So this could potentially go... Here's just a little nuance. Again, we're just writing down the points. It's all going to make more sense when you've got it all together, but things could swap around a little bit. So this could go after the mechanism, depending on whether the big promise leads into the mechanism. But I just want to mention that, but we'll keep it simple for now. Again, we're just writing hook. Literally write down the 5 points, fill it out, and at the end we'll piece it together. So let me just give you some examples here. My name's Ryan. I spent the last 5 years writing and editing sales videos for online businesses. And then I could go into results here, like Travis, whose boring video sales letter I edited into an epic trailer, and that went on to do over $1 million in sales profitably on Facebook. Or Joel, who was struggling to come up with copy, so I wrote him a simple script, edited him a few variations, and created a new video, which is now his most profitable ad. This is just building credibility because we're going to show it as well. So because I've got screenshots and things like that. So it's the full package. Showing is better than telling, especially with results. We'll come to that in the editing. But when you say, I got a result for somebody, it's going to be a lot better if you actually show the result as well. Because it's just proof. It just builds this bigger picture. So another example, my name's Amanda, and 5 years ago I was a single mum. I could barely pay my rent and afford a babysitter while working a full-time job, which can leak into the mechanism. After trying and failing at so many side hustles, I almost gave up before I discovered, and then part one of the mechanism would be before I discovered this unique opportunity that didn't require this, that didn't require that, and allowed me to work from home in my spare time. Just for example, so I'm kind of warming you up for the mechanism because it's kind of the hardest thing to explain and get your head around, but it's just bridging the gap in the copy. But once again, just keep it simple. You can just write down who you are, what you've done. My name's Aaron, and 2 years ago I was at £245. Now I'm sitting at a lean £180, and I've helped over 42. Oh, I don't know why I put 40. It would either be I've helped 42 students or I've helped over 40 students do the same. So simple, talk about yourself and your experience. What do you think your clients need to know about you to trust you and keep listening? This is obviously, I wish I could sort of be there and sit down and work out the script with you, but I can't. So I'm hoping this concept makes sense, and you can go and write down why people should listen to you, where you were, where you are now. And the mechanism, which we'll get into next, is the thing that bridged the gap, this unique opportunity. So write down a few key points about what you do, how long you've been doing it, what results you've got, and we'll move on to the mechanism. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, guys, if you're still here, you're doing amazing. We're on the unique mechanism. It's the one that I've been hyping up, that we're all scared of, including me. I had to, in fact, go back and relearn this again because it's just quite a difficult thing to explain. But we don't need to get too advanced with it, but being my true self, I'm going to give you more information than you need because you're always going to be able to learn and grow. So we'll keep it simple. I'm going to give you a simple formula. I'm going to show you some cool ads and I think this will be a little revelation. You'll start seeing this more in ads. Ultimately, people have tried and failed to lose body fat, fix their back pain, scale their agencies many times. So why will this one be different? This is the point of the unique mechanism. So we've hooked the audience. We have made a big promise. We've built up a case of who we are and why we can deliver on the big promise. So now we need to show them how we're going to deliver on the big promise. So going deep into this mechanism, like I said, is quite advanced copywriting, going into sort of video sales letter territory. So a video sales letter is essentially, a sales letter would have been back in the day in a magazine. You would have had a big headline, new invention makes tooth whitening easy or something like that. And then you would go line by line through the thing. And by the end, you would fill in a coupon and then you would send off and you would sign up to this thing. And it all had to be done with words. But now we've got videos, which is great because we can grab attention. We can show more stuff in the video. And then the video sales letter is the video version of that. But we're not going that deep. That would probably be more on your landing page. Your landing page is essentially a sales letter, overcoming objections. People are going to have doubts. This is something else that I should add here because there's no real section for overcoming objections. But ultimately, you can think about all the reasons people wouldn't want to buy your product or service, all the doubts they're having. I don't have time. I tried this before, it didn't work. It's probably too expensive. And you can write a counter argument and you can bake them into your copy as you get better and we make more advanced copy. But maybe that's for a video sales letter course or something later on, but we're keeping it simple. So anyway, I'll give you a simple version of a mechanism. We're going to explain it. I'll give you a simple version and I'll give you some more advanced sort of structures as well. We are almost done. So this is the biggest hurdle. If you're still watching by now, you're doing amazing. Just remember, most people quit and you're not, so well done. I'm proud of you. So a unique mechanism refers to a distinctive process, technology, or methodology that sets a product apart from its service or its competitors. It's the innovative or proprietary aspect of a product or service that provides a clear competitive advantage and delivers specific benefits to the customer. Woo! So I had to read so many mechanisms to try and distill this statement, but hopefully that explains it pretty clearly. We'll go into some examples that will make a lot more sense. So here's how they can take some forms. So a patented technology. A product may incorporate a patented technology that offers advantages that is just simply not available in competing products. I think for most of us online business owners, that isn't going to be the case. But, one example of patented technology is the light bulb. One is a remote control, the combustion engine. They are all patented technologies. So when you've got a patented technology, that is the mechanism. So they know they can't get it anywhere else because it's got a patent. Proprietary process. This is probably going to be more applicable to us online coaches, consultants, online business owners. So a service may utilize a unique process or methodology. Methodology developed in-house, which results in superior outcomes compared to traditional methods. So for example, my process is, I suppose, one day launch is this process. Not the product. The product is one day launch, but the process. You can even give it a name. My 5-step proprietary copywriting formula. Something like that could be the unique mechanism that makes people think that this is a new way of copywriting. Specialized expertise. Again, this is going to be super relevant for us guys. I'm just assuming you're mostly in the online business sort of world if you're watching this course. So, but this could also work for brick and mortar stores as well. Maybe you just bake your bread in a certain kind of way that makes it taste better if you own a bakery. So a company may possess specialized knowledge or expertise that enables them to deliver results that others can't replicate. Exclusive ingredients or formulations. Products may contain unique ingredients or formulations that provide distinctive benefits or solve particular problems. So you'll see this a lot in like skincare and well-being stuff. In fact, what people will do a lot of the time with skincare or well-being, there could be one boring ingredient in there that nobody else talks about, even though all the products use this ingredient, and the company will highlight that ingredient like, we use L-carnitine. I don't know what that does, but let's just say, for example, we use L-carnitine, which breaks through the epidermis and creates a moisturized barrier for your skin. I'm just completely riffing here, but it's when you bring something new You bring something that you could bring something that all companies do, but you expand on it, and that sells it as a new thing because no one else is talking about it, because they're all talking about the surface level stuff, right? And then innovative design, products with innovative design features that improve, and I'll show you an example of this, that improve functionality, usability, or performance can also be considered. So one thing I think of is like a razor blade when it has, that all razor blades nowadays have the smoothest shave, right? But they'll say we have a double diamond blade, which cuts to zero point 0.1 millimeters, or we'll have a rolling ball mechanism that helps get around the little grooves in the neck without cutting you, things like that. So check this out. So I just literally went looking at some products to see what their mechanisms are by just type in toothpaste ad. And then look, Unique Pro Argin Technology is probably where I got the last example from. Calcium from calcium carbonate. And this graphic kind of, it shows it, doesn't it? It's like a zoomed in version. Arginine and calcium from calcium carbonate. So this might happen in all toothpastes. I know it says Unique Pro Argin Technology, but by bringing it to the forefront, what might be boring for them, this makes you believe it more because you're looking at this and it's an interesting fact you've never known, and it makes you think the research has gone deeper than the other companies. So maybe this is the actual solution that makes my toothpaste better. Upon contact with saliva, they interact to form a complex with a positive charge that binds to the negatively charged surface like a magnet. Like, what we don't need that information, but by the sound of it, the research has gone in. We're looking at it thinking, oh, this is a new technology. This is going to perform better than what I've done before. And then I literally found this old razor. So look, another big advance. See this new notch bar? Blade hooks on, drops in place, and presto. And remember, one of the examples was innovative design features. So check this out. Your blades change like magic. Shaving was never so quick and easy. So ultimately, we've got the benefit there is quick and easy shaving, but how and the unique mechanism to get the benefit is this new notch bar where the blade drops into place really quickly. You just twist it and the razor opens and you're ready to shave. So saving time and being quick and easy is the benefit, but the unique mechanism is actually that blade. So how can you apply this to your product or service? So just to keep it simple, again, like, if you're selling an online course or something, you're not going to have L-arginine bacteria reducing chemicals or anything like that, right? So we just need to bridge the gap between, I think, the expertise and the proprietary sort of systems, the in-house methods we've developed are going to be the most likely way that we bridge the gap between what we did to discover the problem. We need to bridge the gap between what we did to discover the problem, the work we've done to come to our solution, and that is why our solution is different, because we've seen all the other methods, we tried all the other methods, like me, I've been video editing for 5 years, I've made 1,000 ads, so my experience is also part of this unique mechanism. I've seen them all tried and fail. I'm a video editor who's focused on ads and results. That has always been my unique selling proposition, I suppose. There are differences, but we won't get confused. But that's how I've sold my videos. I create videos that get results because I focus on just what we need. Is the message clear? Can we enhance a little bit of the video just to keep them watching that little bit longer, and just enough? Not too much more, not too much less. And that's why people have always hired me. So, for example, here we go, I've done it again. I've rambled on and now we've got the example. But after 5 years of editing videos for clients, I realized they struggle with one of these 4 key points, and there is no all-in-one solution. The truth is, you don't need fancy editing, expensive lighting equipment, or a copywriting degree. And in fact, it's the simple videos that convert the best. From my actual experience, this is. So I've built up my experience, and now I'm saying, I'm overcoming like false beliefs that you need expensive lighting, copywriting degrees, fancy editing. And I believe any business owner can create these for their businesses. So check this out now. Business owners who've been hiring agencies, who are paying over and over again for videos. They could probably just, give this course to an in-house editor, and that editor is going to have the fundamental skills to write, shoot, edit, and launch Facebook ads campaigns. This provides a massive solution that just isn't there before. People are spending hours on filmmaking courses when you just need to shoot a simple video, reading hundreds of copywriting books when you need the same tried and true formula, and bogged down with Premiere Pro and fancy editing software when you literally just need to make a few cuts and add some simple graphics and titles, and they will convert. When you understand these fundamental skills, you can make videos in a day or less every time. And the copywriting formula, once you've done this again and again, it just gets easier and faster, right? So this is my unique mechanism. So that's of the problem. So I've built the case and all the research and everything that went into this is how I got to the unique mechanism of the solution. So there's the two sides, which is why I keep saying you've got to bridge the gap. Because if you just said, I created one day launch, it's going to show you how to do this, this, and this, cool. It's like, here's my product, buy it. But you haven't warmed them into a buying state at all, or even convinced them to click the link. So a straight up going straight for the sale at the start, the ad's not going to do it. You have to build the trust, the credibility, the big promise, and then build a case of why you can deliver the big promise. So that's why I created One Day Launch, an all-in-one solution to the entire video ad creation problem that can be done in a single day or less without this. And this is specialized expertise / proprietary process. So here's a simple formula for you. After X years, I saw these problems and realized there's no solution. So after, doing this, working with so many dads and seeing the same problem, blah, 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 we realized they're missing this one. And here's the thing as well. If your solution is, you don't give what to do in the solution, you don't teach them how to do it, you teach them that the answer is behind downloading your PDF or buying your course. So that's why we developed this proprietary solution, and then you can just expand on the solution and why it's different, but it's what it is and not how they do it. So you don't want to, so for example, with this course, I'm going to say you don't need any lighting equipment. I could say you can just use your mobile phone, but I'm probably not going to say I'm going to teach you how to shoot a video with a mobile phone and lighting setup, because then people can just Google shoot a mobile phone with lighting setup. I'm going to show you how to launch a Facebook ads campaign by just using the AI features in there. And if I give away everything that's in my course, no one's going to buy the course, right? And obviously it's not that simple. And there's still no all-in-one solution. People have to go and Google the different things and whatever. But this mechanism is the hardest bit of everything. So from here, you can expand on the solution and why it's different. So remember, this is getting fairly advanced. You can always improve on this later. Again, it's so hard to make a copywriting course that doesn't cover everything. I want to give you everything, but everything can go on and on as you get better and better. Same with editing. And the whole point of this course is to keep it simple. So I have to stay true to the offer I've created. So you can always improve on this later, and you do not need to go super deep on a unique mechanism to make a simple ad. We simply need to prove that we have the solution we promised, even if that is simply based on the experience, our process, over the years, done this, and this is where everybody's going wrong. So we created a solution for it, and it's $27 or whatever. So there's one more video left on this. There may be like bonus trainings and stuff, and we've got to put it all together. But there's one more video on the CTA. That's it. So write down your mechanism, tell your story, summarize it into 15, 30 seconds. You can always improve on this. Even just write a few notes and move on to the last video, and just get this put together today. I know it's easy to just sort of go, oh, I get it, I don't need it. No, just get it done, watch them through. I'm trying to keep these videos short and sweet so we take action, and it'll be awesome to see you. Maybe you can post your scripts if you like in the group and review each other's scripts and things like that. That would be great. So that's it for now. I'll go back just a sec. So here's a simple formula. And what I'd like you to do is just go right point number 4, mechanism, and you can see why this can sort of like be moved around in the script, which we'll do at the end. So from here, you can expand on the solution and why it's different. After this formula, after X years, I saw problems and realized there's no solution. So after, and then you build up a case for your product, the research, the time, the hours, reading hundreds of books, we realized this and we developed the proprietary solution. So we'll just go back here a sec. So after X years of doing this and that, we realized this and that. And that's why we created this, an all-in-one solution to solve this and that. Okay, so hopefully you get this now. And yeah, if you've made it this far, super proud of you. Keep going, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Alright guys, super excited because this is the end. This is the last bit of work that we have to do before we put all this together. I'm so excited, and we're going to get straight into it. So the CTA, the call to action, tell them what to do next. So the CTA, or call to action, is when we tell our viewers what to do next. Funny that, I just said it twice, so hopefully that's clear. This sounds extremely simple, and it is, but we can expand on it slightly to make it more effective, because despite it being obvious, we really want to hit people over the head with this. Very quick video. Here's a simple CTA, or call to action formula. So hit the link below to sign up. So hit the link below to find out more, enroll today. So hit the link below to download the free guide. Very simple. So here's an advanced CTA formula. So if you'd like to get your video ad launched as early as today and improve your video marketing forever, then hit the link below. Now here's a more advanced CTA formula. So if you'd like to recap the benefits, which we just did. So if you'd like to improve your video marketing in a single day, then hit the link below this video, sign up in less than 10 seconds on the next page and get started immediately. So now we're really painting the picture of, like, you click the link, you go to the next page. This could be, so if you'd like 10 plug and play emails that you can send to your list right now, hit the link below, put in your email, and I'll send you the emails immediately. So now we're getting more advanced, and we're really telling them the whole process even after clicking the CTA. And here is just like an over-the-top supercharged CTA formula. So if you'd like to recap benefits and get results like John or Dan or Andrew, who've all launched their video ads and then just now crushing it with video, then hit the link below and hit the link below, sign up to One Day Launch, and get started immediately. And just remember that by tomorrow, you could have a converting video ad launched and change your business overnight. So hit the link below, and I can't wait to see you inside. Congratulations, we are done. And I was so happy for you guys to be done that I even put an emoji in here. So in the next video, we're going to put all this together. Let's go. You're amazing if you've watched this far. I'll see you in the next one. Alright guys, so it's time to finally put it all together. I'm actually recording this video again because initially I sort of wrote it as I was speaking and I found it was too long and boring. So what I've done is I've written out 2 scripts, one for my product and one for, and by the way guys, don't judge me, I've done it for a dating product and I completely made this up. So what I'm really trying to show you in this is just how to tie it together, the wording and things like that. Plus I'm going to show you a couple of other cool things you can do here with the hooks. So what I've done, I've written down ad 1, 1 day launch, and then ad 2, the instant attraction dating method. So I'm just going to walk you through it pretty much, and you can see how I kind of tie it together. So hook 1, business owners, what if I could show you how to script, shoot, edit, and launch a simple video ad just like this in a single day or less without having to read hundreds of copywriting books, buy expensive camera gear, or invest in time and money into learning expensive editing software. I'll probably change one of these to, in fact, I'll put complicated camera setups, or invest in time and money into learning expensive editing software. Now, I've done another thing here. I've written 2 hooks because what you can do is everything after here is pretty much the body copy, right? Body copy. So what you can do is you can write hook 1, hook 2, hook 3, hook 4, hook 5, and then you can just reel them off in one video, and you can just stitch the hook 2 onto the main video, hook 3 onto the main video. It's just a little bit extra to think about so that you can actually test more ads. So hook 2, business owners, if you're trying to create content that goes viral or painfully growing a YouTube channel, trying to grow your business organically, you probably already know you can grow and scale much faster with paid video ads. And if you haven't created your video yet, it's probably due to one of these 4 reasons. You don't know what to say, you think you need an expensive camera setup, you don't want to invest time and money into complicated editing software, or you don't want to be ripped off by agencies charging you thousands to run your ads. Well, I'm going to show you how you can script, shoot, edit, and launch a simple video ad just like this in a matter of hours. Yeah, I like a matter of actually. In a matter of hours. Credibility. My name's Ryan and I've spent the past 5 years creating video ads for business owners, and the reason I've been able to sustain this as a freelancer is because my videos get results. One video I edited for Travis Stevenson generated over $1 million in sales profitably. Another video I scripted and edited for Joel Irway went on to be one of his most profitable ads. And I've been privileged to work with many more huge companies like ClickFunnels, Ecom Authority, and Commit Action. But the truth is, and this is the mechanism. So we've hooked, we've said the promise, the mechanism. But the truth is, out of all the videos I've created, it's often the simple ones that have got the best results. And I believe most of my clients could create simple videos like these for themselves, but they usually struggle in one of the 4 key areas: scripting, shooting, editing, or launching. And there really was no all-in-one solution for this, and that's why I created One Day Launch. In One Day Launch, I'll walk you through my simple 5-step copywriting formula that allows you to plug and play your business details and create your own converting script. Then I'm going to show you how you can create a simple setup using nothing but your phone, natural lighting, and a cheap Amazon tripod, and I'll answer the most common questions like, where do I stand, how do I make myself look good, and how do I read my script from my phone. I'll show you how to cut your video tight and add simple captions, graphics, and titles to your videos using free and simple editing software. And as a bonus, I'll even walk you through setting up a basic Facebook and YouTube ad campaign. And yes, this video you're watching right now was all created using the simple process I share with you in One Day Launch. Now, I know you might only want to use one portion of this course, so I've priced it extremely reasonably at just $27 so that you're guaranteed to get the value you came from, but you'll leave with a mini video marketing degree. Who knows, you might pick up some video marketing gold along the way. I would probably, these two are kind of the same thing, so I'm just going to put them in italics there because I'm actually going to use this script. You know, a single video ad could potentially allow you to grow and scale your business faster than ever overnight. So if you've been putting off making your video due to one of these 4 reasons, hit the link below and grab One Day Launch today for just $27 before I'm forced to increase the price, and I can't wait to see the videos you produce in the community. Hit the link below, get started, and as early as today, you could have a shiny new video running, collecting new clients for your business. I'll see you inside. Boom. See how we put all this together, and how many words is this? Because we can see how long this is going to take. So tools, word count. So 637. So yeah, 4 minutes. So ad number 2, and guys, please don't kill me for this. I know it's cheesy, and there is no magic way to attract women that I know of. I just wanted to give a different example in a different niche. If you're a busy single male entrepreneur over the age of 30, but you still haven't attracted the woman of your dreams, the hook, I'm going to show you how you can leverage a little known attraction trigger to attract and date high value women without spending hundreds of hours on dating apps and without spending your weekends in boozy nightclubs. My name's Daniel, and 5 years ago I was in the same position. I had the body I wanted, my finances in order, but I had nobody to spend I had nobody by my side to share weekends and vacations with. Mechanism. It's quite long, this one, but I spent countless of hours in my office working on my business and more hours in the gym, hoping that one day I would be rich enough and in good enough shape for my ideal woman to just walk up to me and ask me out. But it never happened. After downloading and deleting dating apps time and time again, facing rejection after rejection, I found enough was enough. I tried all the dating apps, I tried approaching women in the day, I tried every social media platform, and honestly, I nearly gave up and thought I'd be single forever. That was until I met a friend called Jeremy. This is kind of the mechanism, right? I've tried everything. Then I met Jeremy, and like, Jeremy has the secret. Jeremy had been through the same situations I had, and he taught me what he had learned over his 10 years of struggle, which is exactly what it takes to attract a woman. Once I learned this method and put it into practice, I found myself having conversations with high-value women everywhere, in the grocery store, at the gas station, and practically everywhere I went on my day-to-day. Once I learned and then this is where you'll put like the product. Once I learned the high-value man method, I became magnetic. I was no longer scared of rejection, and I didn't even have to ask women out on dates. They were practically giving me their numbers, and that's what I want to share with you today. So if you want to learn how to attract high-value women in your day-to-day life, how to spark up conversations without coming across creepy, and truly attract the woman of your dreams, simply hit the link below and I'll send you the free video. No more dating apps. See how we're doing the advanced CTA? We've got the CTA, a reminder, a CTA again. So no more dating apps, no more rejection. It's time to step into the man you deserve to be. How cheesy. So hit the link below, put in your email, and I'll send you the free video. I can't wait to share it with you. Okay, so a little bit lame, I know, but this is the formula. A video sales letter is, the longer videos are just an expansion of this basic formula. It's all the same. So it's just hook, big promise, credibility, mechanism, and CTA. Obviously, you can, if it was a video sales letter, you want to get them in a buy-in state. So you've got to build it up. You've got to tell the story. You've got it to be relatable, overcome objections. You can simplify this as much as you want for the ad to get the click, because when you get the click, they go to your landing page, and then you can retarget with more ads. You can send emails. You can sell them on the landing page. You can send them videos. You can whatever your funnel does after they click the video. Remember, we just want to get the click on the video. So I hope this has been useful. I hope you found this course informative and a little bit entertaining. And ultimately, I hope that by now you have a script that you can put together. So what I'd love you to do now is I would love you to write your script, and feel free to post your script in the Facebook group. I'll leave a link again to the Facebook group below this video so that you can just dive in there, post your script in there. I can't review everyone's script. I've made this course for $27. I can't provide one-to-one services for that. But if you are interested, there is a paid community currently called the Video Ad Academy, and it's $47 a month. And in here, every week, I'll review everybody's videos and requests as much as I can. Those reviews will all be uploaded to the community live so that you can all learn from each other's experiences. And then also we can do monthly Q&As. And if you ever see a video and wonder how an effect is done, how is this done, you can just put it in the community. And as I work through them, I can create little tutorials which go in the bonus training in the community as well. I haven't really talked about it much, and I want you to get this done before moving on to anything else. I want you to get a video done and launched, and then we can improve. So if you want that extra support, I'll leave a link to the community below as well. But for now, write your script, get it all nice in a Google Doc, and then let's get into the video and shoot this thing. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. You absolutely can pick up your phone and shoot in the default video mode, but this will often lead to a more amateur looking shot, as the camera will be adjusting to get what it thinks is the best brightness and the best color. So let's quickly dive into some mobile camera settings basics so we can ensure the color and the exposure is correct and we get the best possible image out of our phone. First off, we want to use the main front-facing camera on a phone, as this is going to be the highest quality camera. So we don't want to use the wide lens or the zoom lens. We want to use the one lens, the one-time zoom. Now we want to go into general video settings and just turn off any enhanced video modes, auto ISO, auto white balance, stabilization, HDR, any of these sort of video modes that are going to automatically do the work for us. We don't need stabilization as the phone's going to be on a tripod. So just turn off any of the auto modes apart from autofocus. Also, we can turn on grid lines, which are going to help us line up our shot after. The ultimate goal is to have the image exposed correctly, which you can imagine as being bright enough without too much artificial exposure, which is known as ISO. And if that's complicated, don't worry, let's just move into the settings because this is all going to make a lot of sense in just a second. I'm using a Samsung S22 Ultra, which is a few years old, and this phone has a Pro video mode, which allows us to control all the advanced settings. However, if you don't have a Pro video mode or you're on an iPhone, you can download a third-party app. I've heard that good ones are Filmic Pro or the Blackmagic app, and these are going to basically give you full control over your camera settings. And don't worry, there isn't a lot that we need to do from here. The first thing we want to do is set the frames per second. This is typically 24 frames per second in the UK or 25 frames per second in the US, and this gives us the most natural look, and it's what movies are typically shot at, whereas 30 and 60 frames per second look a lot smoother and are what soap operas are typically shot at, hence the term the soap opera effect. Next, we want to set the shutter speed. The quick answer for this is we want to set this to double the frame rate. So if the frame rate is 24 or 25 frames per second, we want the shutter speed to be 1/48 or 1/50. And this is just going to give us the most natural look once again. But to add some context and just some extra detail on what the shutter speed is, the shutter speed is the amount of time that each video frame is exposed to light, typically shown as a fraction of a second. The lower the number, the darker the image, the higher number, the brighter the image. That being said, setting the incorrect shutter speed can result in blurry motion. So to keep this simple, double the frame rate, so 1/48 or 1/50. A DSLR or a mirrorless camera with a lens will also have an aperture which we can adjust to let in more or less light, but as we are using a mobile phone we won't have this feature, and as we're shooting in daylight this shouldn't be an issue because we should have enough natural light. The final setting we now adjust to finish exposing the shot is the ISO. The ISO is the artificial light that we can introduce digitally, so we can just turn this up until the video looks correct. We won't need to go high on the ISO, but in low light situations you might need to increase the ISO, and this is where mobile phones really struggle, which is why we're aiming to shoot in the day. So now this shot is correctly exposed and our phone is set up. The last thing we need to do is adjust the white balance. So the white balance is how we tell the camera what is white, so all the other colors look correct. This is measured on the Kelvin scale. So for warmer lighting situations, we lower the number, and for cooler lighting situations, we increase the number so that the whites look white. The short answer to this is daylight is around 5600K, so in a middle of the day scenario, anywhere from 5400 to 5600K should work fine, but if you find your image is looking too cool or it's looking too warm, just adjust the white balance until the whites look white. And as a bonus tip, make sure you don't have like a blue light blocker or an eye comfort shield on your phone, as this is going to completely distort the image while you're previewing it. So I know that seems like a lot to take in, but to recap, let's get into professional mode or download an app that's going to allow you to control all the settings. We want 24 or 25 frames per second, shutter speed at double that, so 1/48 or 1/50, and if you don't have 1/48 you can just round up to 1/50. Then we increase the ISO until we've got the shot bright enough, and then the white balance is usually 54 to 5600K for general cloudy indoor daylight scenarios. So the only two things we would really consider changing here are the ISO and the white balance to get the best shot, because the shutter speed and the frame rate shouldn't really change. And with these settings, your phone should be ready to shoot like a pro. Now we've got our settings dialed in, let's set up our shot. To keep things simple, we'll be using no lighting equipment, just daylight and a simple tripod you can get very cheap off Amazon or Facebook Marketplace. Just make sure you have a mobile phone adapter with it that looks like this. Again, you can get these cheap on Amazon. The best daylight is cloudy or overcast, as this light is nice and soft and is diffused by the clouds. You don't want to be in direct sunlight, as it will leave harsh shadows on your face. If you do have direct sunlight coming in through the window, you can try hanging up a white sheet to diffuse the light. Find a window in your house where there's natural daylight coming in. You can sit or stand head on for a flattering light, or you can go 45 degrees to get a little bit of shadow on your face for a more cinematic look. Next, you want to set up your tripod with the camera around eye level and get yourself central in the frame without cutting off the top of your head or appearing too low in the image. Try to separate yourself from the background as much as possible to get more background blur, which will look more professional. Additionally, you'll get more background blur the closer to the camera you are. Finally, don't stand flat against a wall as you'll have no separation from the background. There may be shadows on the wall and it'll look very amateur. As you don't have a flip out screen or a monitor on your phone, you might need to record a few clips, go back, check the video to make sure you're in shot and the video is exposed correctly, and then go back to actually record. Remember, the only thing you'll really be adjusting is the ISO, and in daylight you most likely won't need to adjust this. One additional note here, if the clouds aren't changing and it's a steady overcast day, then you can just have it on manual ISO. But if the clouds are changing, then you might need to sacrifice a tiny bit of professional quality to have it on auto ISO, so it'll adjust the brightness brighter and darker based on whether the clouds are moving and the room is getting lighter and darker. When you're happy with the shot and the exposure, it's time to sort out the background. Make sure you have no overhead lights on, as these can put horrible shadows on your face. You can, however, turn lights on in the background or around the scene to add more depth or dimension to your shot. Also, think about what represents your brand. If you're a coach or consultant, maybe you want to wear a shirt and have a bookcase around, or if you're a stay-at-home mum, then maybe you want to have some kids' toys around in the shot. Whatever works for your business. As I'm teaching to edit at my desk, showing my desk and my camera gear makes sense for me. As always, your message is what's important and everything can be iterated on later. Just before we get into shooting our video, let's talk about the audio quickly. For indoor talking head videos, we can get away with built-in mobile audio, which should be acceptable, and we can run it through Adobe Podcast Enhance, which will clean it up and make it better afterwards. But if you want better audio quality out the box, you can try a little clip-on microphone like the Rode Video Micro, which will sit on the mobile phone. Or you could record the audio separately and sync it up in the edit if you're at your desk using something like a Shure MV7, which is my favorite USB microphone. Finally, if you're at a distance or you're outside, you might want to use a lavalier mic to clip onto your shirt and connect with your phone. We're keeping it dead simple for now in this video, so just get your face exposed, yourself central, your background looking decent, and then we can get over to the next video where I show you how to talk to the camera. So tip number 1, and this is essential, look at the lens when you're talking. So if we had this on a selfie mode, what you'll probably end up doing is you'll be looking here at the screen. Look at the difference between me talking to you from here and me just looking 1 inch across to the lens. This, when I'm looking at the lens, it communicates with you better that I'm looking at you. And when I'm looking here where the screen would be, it just looks like I'm reading a script. So that's one of the reasons we're not using the selfie camera. And also the selfie camera is just usually nowhere near as good as this camera. And if you've got a phone in the last 5 years, your front facing camera is probably going to be way better than you think. So number 1, look at the lens. Number 2, pause before and after you read your lines. So ideally, you have your script or bullet points on another phone, on a laptop, on a notepad, whatever. But do it this way. Look at your notepad. Blah, blah, blah. This is what I'm going to say. Look back. Hey, my name's Ryan, and for the past 5 years, I've been making video ads for Travis Stevenson, Joel Irway, ClickFunnels, Commit Action, Ecom Authority. And what I noticed is the simple videos often convert the best. Pause. Look away. The reason for this is if I go, they convert the best. Now, when we cut from the end of the word best back to our next word, we're going to go the best. And you're going to have this cut where your head's moving and it's going to just look terrible. So, tip number 2, pause before and after you speak. There's a guy with a chainsaw in the garden behind, and I imagine he's just going to start playing with this chainsaw now, so I'm going to finish this video as quick as possible. And then tip number 3, just relax and take your time. And if you screw up, it might feel like the whole thing's a train wreck and it's unsalvageable, but you don't need to re-record. You can do this in the, obviously if it gets really bad, then just do it again. But take your time and just trust that when we get into the editing, we're going to cut the best pieces, we're going to cut the audio tight, And also when you watch the video back without music, B-roll graphics, all that stuff, you're going to think it's terrible, but I promise you it gets 100% better in the editing. But try and get it as good as you can first, which obviously means less editing, less fixing something that's broken. But again, what I want to remind you guys is just to set up the camera, buy a window, get the settings right, hit record, get through an edit. And even if the edit is like 30% as good as you wanted it, the next time you'll do it, it's going to be better. And when you've been through this process just a handful of times, you're going to just level up. And you need to do the full process, watch your video back, and then you'll know how to improve on it. But if you're just trying to get it perfect first time, it's just never going to happen. So don't be shy. Hit record your script now, get it done to the lens. Don't pause between sentences, and don't look away from the camera when you're speaking. 3 cardinal sins that you don't want to commit. All right, so I hope you're excited. I would love you to just hit record, get your script done, and then get into the next video, and we're going to edit this, and this is going to be really fun, and you're just going to feel so good when it comes together. And as always, if you're liking this course so far, just drop something in the group. Maybe drop a before and after picture of what your videos look like before and how they're looking now. Anything like that's going to really help me out as well, because I want to show people the amazing results that we're getting with this course. And if you have any comments, make sure to hit the comments box below this video. Leave a comment, or if you've got any questions or anything, it's better if we have it all in one place, because then people who see can see the questions that have already been answered, and means that I'm not answering all the same questions again and again as well. So it just helps me out. So thanks very much. I hope you're enjoying this. Let me know, and I can't wait to see what you produce in the group. Keep going. You're so close. All right, guys, now it's time for the fun bit, the editing. So this is where it all comes together. So I'm going to show you how we're going to edit in Premiere Pro, but I'm going to try and keep the fundamentals as broad as possible so that you can do it in any software. For example, there's always going to be a cut tool. There's always going to be a title tool. There's always going to be a graphics tool. So you can use CapCut. You can actually download CapCut for free. But to be honest, I just find, because I've used Premiere Pro for so many years, it's a lot more intuitive. I feel like CapCut has tons of options, but it's more geared towards like the social media reel kind of thing. That being said, you can go and download CapCut for PC or Mac, and you can get it completely free. So maybe if I open this in incognito, it'll show me. There you go. So I can download for Windows, and if you're on Mac, you can download for free. You can still cut, you can still add text, you can still animate. It's just the buttons might be slightly different. So the way I'm going to teach you a workflow that is going to help you actually create in whatever tools you're in. So if that sounds complicated, don't worry, just follow along with me. Whatever editing software you're in, I'm going to keep it as general as possible so it applies across the board. I've just been using Premiere Pro for 5 years, so I find it a lot easier. And CapCut does have its limitations. So anyway, we're going to open up Premiere Pro. Incidentally, just while I remember, if you do want to learn Premiere Pro inside out and you want to create Hormozy style reels, or you want to learn After Effects, I've got tons of courses on Skillshare as well, and I'll leave a link below this video so you can get a month free on Skillshare if you want to learn more. But you're going to learn a ton in this course. So just in case you want to come back later, learn more video editing, there's tons on Skillshare. So we're going to go new project. Every editing software is going to have a new project. We're going to call this 1DL add 1. That's what I'm going to call it. I've got my folder, so 1DL add 1. We'll just put this module, we'll put this edit. I don't know, we'll make a folder here, and we'll put edit, and here we go. So I'm going to reset the workspace. So I want this on editing. Don't worry about this. This is just basically the default editing setup. And actually, I did play around with CapCut. And if you are in CapCut, you're going to see that this workspace kind of looks the same. But what I don't want to do, one thing to remember is like, this is everything. These are all the tools. You don't need to know all these buttons, all these buttons, all these buttons. What will happen is, as you need to learn something, you just add it to the fundamentals. So let me just show you the absolute fundamentals. So first of all, we want to drag in our footage, okay? So I know that this is the video. This might not be the ad that I use. In fact, I think I named one as use this. use this. Okay, so use this. This is an ad. So we're going to drag this in, import media to start. You can see project. This is the project folder. And if we right click and put new bin, bins are just folders. So I can put video. We won't really need to be too organized because there's only one video, but you might make another folder for stock footage or B-roll. But anyway, we're going to drag this into the sequence, into the timeline. And this is the basic view you're always going to have, right? You've got the project. I might even make a new bin for sequences as well. So new bin sequences. So the sequence is the timeline, right? So the sequence is just this. So see, it's named it as use this. I'm going to rename use this and I'm going to call this add one. This is just simple organization. So sequence, the sequence is here. This is add one. Maybe if you were making another ad, what you would do is you would go over, you would make a new sequence, call it add two. So when we've dragged this in, this has set up our sequence. If we go to sequence settings, this has set up our sequence at the video settings. So whatever software you're in, you just want to make sure the frame rate matches what you set up as. So this is sequence settings here. You can see it's created it at 24 frames per second. If I was in CapCut, then there's going to be a modify on the side and it's going to have sequence settings, and you just want to make sure the video that's in there is the same as the timeline. If I had a 30 frames per second video in a 24 frames per second timeline, it might look a bit weird or vice versa. So all we do is set up our sequence, and now we have the main video in here. Now here is the process for the very first part. Basically what I want to show you in this video is just cutting the edit type, fixing the color, fixing the audio, and getting everything nice. And this is the foundation, right? This is the A roll, the most important part. So I can press spacebar to play, and we'll just have a listen to the video. You'll see there's going to be mistakes in there. I'm going to repeat things twice, and I'm just going to show you how to cut them out. So I can zoom in like this so we can get a close look. Another thing to take note of is the waveforms here show when people are talking. So, I mean, it's pretty easy to see. If I just go straight here, business owners, this is going to be right before I start talking. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to play through. You can see this is just me sitting down. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to press C to get my cut tool, click to make a cut, and then V to go back to the select tool. This is A and B in CapCut. Now, there isn't loads of tools, but just get these shortcuts down, because you can go cut, cut, and then you want to select this middle one. So you press V to change back, and you can also see them up here. You've got razor, selection. It's going to be in all video editing software. Now you could delete, press A to select all these and drag them back over, or if you just press Shift and delete in Premiere Pro, it's just going to delete and move everything over for you. So now we start right on business owners, and we want to start right on the first word. So let's just play it and have a listen through. Business owners, what if I could show you how to script So you can see I started again. Business owners, what if I could show you how to script, shoot, edit. So this, because I screwed up twice here, so I'm just going to cut from here. Hold Shift, delete, play again. Business owners, what if I could show you how to script, shoot, edit, and launch a converting video ad just like this for your business in a single day or less? Now I've got a gap, so I can see the audio ends here, so I'm just going to press C, cut, going to go cut the gaps really tight. In a single day or less. So you can see there's a mistake there. So I'm going to press C, delete, Shift and delete. Less. Without complicated camera and lighting setups, without investing time and money into confusing editing software, and without having to read hundreds of copies. So all I'm going to do is go through, and this is pretty much the process for the very first part. Confusing editing software, and without having to. So I say and twice there, so I'm going to cut once again, Shift and delete. In software, and without having to read hundreds of copywriting books to write simple scripts. It's obvious this is just going to be a gap, so you can just. And without having to invest hundreds of hours in reading. Well, my name's Ryan. So that's pretty much it. I'm not going to make you watch this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, I'm going to cut this up until we have a definite script. And you can see that this is the foundation, right? All things are built on a foundation. Same with videos. You don't go and build a house by like building one wall and then putting a window in and then decorating the wall and then building the next wall. That just gets messy and it'll be inconsistent. And it's the same with this. We're not adding graphics and titles every second. We're going to do it in layers. So whatever software you're in, your mission now is to go off, set up your project, cut the gaps until you have your script tight, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright guys, so I have done my basic cut, and if we have a look at this, it's just over 2 minutes long. I won't play the full video for you because it's just going to be the script of me talking. You pretty much can imagine what I say, and you might have even seen the ad. So what we can see, if we look at the volume meter on the right here and press play, we want this hitting about -6 so that when people play it on their phone or when they play the ad, the volume's right? So if we press play, business owners, what if I could show you how to... You can see it's coming to about -20. So what we're going to do is select all these clips. We're going to go right click audio gain, or in any other software, turn up the volume, boost it up by 5 dB, and we want it just about in the yellow, I suppose. Business owners, what if I could show you how to script... We could probably go up another 3 dB. You want to make sure that there's no like random peaks. So if we look at the tallest parts of the edit, you can see here, this is less. This is going to -9. So if we go up too much, these parts are going to clip, which means go into the red, which is basically the same as if you blew up an image. It's going to lose quality, obviously, when it gets beyond, the original size of the image. So if we press play again, we check it. Let's go to a higher bit. Single day or less. Okay, so it's hitting about -6. Now you could leave this at this, but I'm going to show you one extra step you can take to make the audio just really good. So we're going to go to File, Export, Media. Once again, in any other editing software, all you're trying to do is export the sequence as an MP3. So this way, we're going to export just the audio, we're going to fix it, and we're going to drag it back in. So if I go to, let's just go to 1DL, go to audio, and I'm just going to put edit 1 audio, something like that. Entire source, so make sure we're exporting the full range, and we just export this as an MP3. Then we're going to go over to this free software called Adobe Podcast Enhance, and we're just going to go back, go into our folder, grab the audio here. We got edit 1 audio and drag this back in. And now you can see this is uploading the audio that I've cut. So this is the only reason I cut it first is just, I suppose it's less to export and upload and enhance and stuff. But I mean, you could just export the whole thing, link the audio back up and then do the cut. Doesn't really matter. Either way, all we're trying to do at the moment is just get the foundations of this video looking good. So this is just going to take like a minute or two to enhance. Okay, so the video is finished enhancing. So look, let's just play it back on 0 strength. Business owners, what if I need to put this on headphones? I could show you how to script, shoot, edit. So that's the normal one. Let's put it on 50% enhanced. And launch a converting video ad just like this. You can see just it changes it night and day. Let's go to 75. Your business in a single day or less. So it sounds okay. I'm probably going to go down to about 50. I don't like to over enhance it. I'm going to download this and it's going to just download a new MP3 file. Again, you can just use the audio that you had. Okay, so I've dragged this in now and you can see I've got the 2 audio clips, but obviously we don't want to play it playing at the same time. So one thing you could do is just literally drag it over. And now we've got this. Business owners, what if I could show you how to script, shoot, edit? But obviously the volume's a little bit quiet again, so we're going to go back, chuck that up 5. And launch a converting video ad just like this for your business. And here's one little thing that I like to do, which is why I'm still using Premiere Pro. I'm not sure if you can use this in CapCut, but you absolutely could. There are audio settings in CapCut, but I like to add a parametric equalizer and then just bring up the treble a bit. So I'm going to go to Effects Controls, Edit, Loudness Maximizer, and just bring up that treble a little bit. And now we get something like this. In a single day or less. Without complicated. Go -2. Basically, all of this is overkill, but this is just how I like to do my audio. Business owners, what if I could show you how to script, shoot, edit, and launch a converting video ad just like this for your business in a single day or less? Okay, awesome. So this is pretty much it. The last thing we want to do is we could touch up the color a little bit. I wouldn't usually do this at this point because it can slow down the computer. Again, in CapCut, you have got modify, which will be up on the right by here, and you can make adjustments to the video. But in Premiere Pro, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Window, Workspaces, Color, and this is going to give us the color workspace. And then I'm going to go up to Lumetri Color, and I'll just give you a quick little breakdown of what color correction really is. So here's one thing. If I just color grade, if I just adjust the sort of color on this clip, it's just going to affect the section I've selected. So I want to make sure that I click source at the top, and this is going to affect the color on the original footage, so it affects all the clips, if that makes sense. Alternatively, you could just have brought your footage in and fix the color in there. But here are the main things when it comes to color grading and color correction. So color correction is fixing the exposure, and the saturation is getting it to a neutral state. Color grading is when you add a mood or a look. So all we want to mess with in color grading is you might want to change the exposure, which is just how bright or dark it is. If your videos come out like this, then you might want to bring it up a bit so it's just exposed nicely. But you never want it to the point where it's overexposed and, you know, the whites, you stop seeing the detail in the whites and things like that. Like if you have a look at these creases here, again, guys, this is all just advanced, but why not? You may as well. So these are all creases in here. And if we increase this now you can see all the creases have disappeared completely. So we lost detail. So to be honest, this is actually exposed nicely. So another thing you could do is you go whites and blacks. So if I bring up the whites, again, you don't want it blooming like this, but like I said, this is exposed nicely. Bring it down. See how the blacks, when they get beyond a certain point, they lose detail, they go completely black. So I'm, to be honest, maybe the tiniest bit of blacks bringing in on this one just to bring it in there. But otherwise, exposure. No, I'm happy. I think maybe I got quite lucky. Also, if your say your video is like a little on the blue side, you can do a few things. You can click white balance here, and you can click on something white. And what it's going to do is adjust the tint and the temperature so that white is white, but it'll fix everything accordingly. But that didn't give us, this is actually a cream t-shirt, so I don't want to click the white there. But what you can do is you can just raise to make it warmer and bring it down to make it softer. So once again, I think I just had everything bang on when I shot this, which was quite lucky, and I'm quite happy. And then if you wanted to add a LUT or a look, again, you can do this in CapCut, you can do it in anything. I've got a bunch of preset looks here. You can add a filter, but honestly, I would rather it look good and natural like this than add an oversaturated filter. Something like this might work. So this is just a LUT called SL Big, and then you can just adjust it just to add. All you can see is this takes my skin from like pink to a more flattering orange, and it's a tiny little adjustment. And now the whole video looks better, it sounds better, and the color's better. If we turn off all the corrections, let's go back to our source. If we turn off all the corrections, this is how it looked before. This is just adding in that tiny bit of contrast with the blacks, and this is adding the LUT on. Again, just changes the color a little bit. We could always flick through. I think blue steel usually works pretty well with me. Let's have a quick look. There's the blue steel. And again, you bring that up and it gives you more of a bluey look. Boom. To be honest, I think, there we go. I've just made a mistake. I've been changing these LUTs in the source monitor. Nope. Yeah, so this is good. So now we're going to go back to workspaces. Again, remember guys, color grading, sound, like getting the audio perfect. This is just additional stuff. But when this is done, now look at the quality of the video. And again, this is shot on a mobile phone and people won't believe it. Now we're going to go through and actually add some music, add sound effects, B-roll graphics, all the good stuff. I just wanted to give you this, and it just felt like if you're going to learn my workflow, then this is how it actually goes. So now we have good looking footage and we have great sounding audio. So that's it, and I'll see you in the next one, and we'll go add some tunes. Alright guys, so we're back, and now what I want to do is I want to get the music right. I like to add the music because the pace and the vibe of the music kind of determines, if you use B-roll and graphics, where they come in at, and where the intense moments are and stuff like that. So I just want to show you how I'm going to pick the track. So I use a website called Artlist, which is a paid subscription. I think it's about $40 a month, but I get unlimited stock footage, sound effects, and music, but you don't have to. The first thing you can do is you can go to Google and you can search royalty-free music, right? And there's sites here, Pixabay, Free Music Archive, Bensound, where you can get royalty-free music, but it's not always the best. I just like to use Artlist. So when I go into Artlist, I can search by genre and I can search by tempo, and they just have really good tracks. By the way, if you do want to check out Artlist, I can leave a link below. And if you buy the max plan, which gives you music, sound effects, footage, templates, plugins, apps, all this stuff, you can get 2 months off a year, I believe. I'm not sure, but I'll leave that link below if you want to use this. But if you want to use any other free music, then you can absolutely, I know CapCut has a built-in music library. You can do the same process to find the track. So what I like to do is I split my screen up here. I've got a widescreen computer, but I've actually got the resolution lower, so that I can show you in a sort of 1080p, or sorry, 2K square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the music on one side. Just make sure this is coming through my headphones. I'm going to have the music on one side. I'm going to go to, I've got my video on the one side. I've got the music on the other side. So what I do is I audition the tracks. So first of all, mood, I'm already thinking like tense, like exciting, like mysterious build-up kind of thing. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to press play on the left, play my video, and I'm going to play some tracks and just try and find a vibe. So let's just go, and I'll give you an example. Also, I'll turn this down on Artlist because the music's going to be a lot quieter than my voice, otherwise we won't hear it. So let's try this. Business owners, what if I could show you how to script, shoot, edit, and launch a converting video ad just like this for your business in a single day? It's cool, but it's a bit dark, maybe not exciting. This could be quite cool. Let's try this one again from the start. Business owners, what if I could show you how to script, shoot, edit, and launch a converting video ad just like this for your business in a single day or less? I think we want exciting, to be honest. Maybe tense and exciting. We can try these two and it'll find songs with the same keywords. So we'll go back through and just keep auditioning. Business owners, what if I could show you how to script, shoot, edit, and launch a converting video ad just like this for your business? I already like it. So we're gonna try this one, and let's just see how it flows. And let's just open this up. So what we want to do as well, so with the music now, we want the music to be music usually around 20, minus 20 to minus 20, between minus 20 and minus 30 really, we want compared to the volume. So I'm going to go audio gain. I know this is already going to be too loud. I'm going to go minus 15, bring it down minus 15, and then we'll just play through and have a listen. Business owners, what if I could... Let's zoom in and make sure this starts right at the start. So I'm just making a cut because there's a little pause. Business owners, what if I could show you how to script, shoot, edit, and launch a converting video ad just like this for your business in a single day or less? It's a tiny bit loud, so I'm just going to go audio gain minus 3. Confuse and editing. And if you want to check the audio on its own in Premiere Pro, you can just click solo track. And you can see it's around minus 24, and I could click solo track. Hundreds of copywriting books to write. And you can see this is about minus 6. So minus 6 for A-roll video narrative, minus 24 just seems to be perfect. So let's go again, and let's just give it one final look and see if there's anywhere where maybe we want to cut the track or transition into something new. Business owners, what if I could show you how to script, shoot, edit, and launch a converting video ad just like this for your business in a single day or less? without complicated camera and lighting setups, without investing time and money into confusing editing software, and without having to read hundreds of copywriting books to write simple scripts. I'm going to go -3 again, I think it's a bit loud. And I've got some great results. Joel Irway hired me to create him an ad, I wrote him a script, I edited his video, and this simple video went on to be one of his best performing ads. Travis Stevenson hired me to edit a video, it went on to make over $1 million profitably in sales, and I've worked with tons of other clients like Ecom Authority, ClickFunnels, Commit Action. I'm so, to be honest, everything just seemed to hit well there. I'm going to go -3 again. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to, obviously, this goes on a little bit. And it's not really long enough to just cut and figure out the end. So I'll probably have a little montage or some text here and then the CTA. But I want it to get louder when I stop talking. So I'm going to show you quickly how you do that. And welcome to One Day Launch. So I'm going to click this little keyframe button, add remove keyframe, and then I'm just going to go forward a few frames. I'm going to make another keyframe, and then I'm just going to take this up to like 12 dB, and let's just see. They launch. And I already know I'm going to have the One Day Launch logo on that. So guys, to keep this super simple, we're going to have one track. We're probably not going to go into mixing sounds and transitions and things. We will add some sound effects, but ultimately, whatever software you're in, once again, it's dragging in a track. It's getting the volume and the audio right. I've got the music now is coming in at about... It's saying about -30. Edit and launch a converting video ad just like this for your business. I might actually, I think I took this down a little bit, so I'm probably gonna go up a little bit. I kind of liked it a bit louder. Business owners, what if I could show you how to script, shoot? Okay, that's it. So I'm gonna stop messing around with this now. You've seen the process. Get the first cut, get the audio nice, get your cuts, get your music in. And as I was watching that and I've been listening to the music, and I wonder if you were as well, were you thinking about what's going to pop up on the screen? Because in the next video, I'm going to show you how you get the fundamentals in and how you pick your shots. Because once again, we're going in layers. We're going to get this consistent, and we're going to make sure we have the right stuff in, because we can always improve on, like, how do you make this flashier? How do you add this animation and stuff like that? But what we want is the essentials. And in the next video, I'm going to show you the essentials. So I'll see you in the next one. All right, guys, welcome back. It's all going to start coming together. I hope you found a track that just goes with the tonality of voice and you just feel really good about it, and it's starting to get you excited. And you can probably see how important it is to have that music right first, because otherwise you're going to just... I spent years just making videos and then slapping on a corporate track over it, and I wondered why I was miserable doing it. So yeah, so anyway, in this video, I'm going to show you how we pick what we put in. So the very first thing, I'm pretty much with an ad always going to have some text at the start. And I start with business owners. Business owners. So we're definitely going to have business owners. We're not going to put any... we're going to hit the text tool here, put business owners. We're definitely not going to have any like transitions and sound effects and stuff like that. That's the next layer, right? Because we want to go step by step. So what I'm going to do, again, whatever software you're in, you're just going to have to design a title. So I'm putting business owners here. I'm not overly happy that this is going to cover my face. So I definitely don't want a font that's really tall. Like if I go to Bebas like this, this is a great font, but if this is just going to completely cover my face, which isn't ideal. So I might go for something like, I know Monument Extended is a nice font. It's got this kind of edgy look. And I want to align this centrally. And now I'm thinking, this is where I'm wishing I was further back and not straight in the middle with this text going over my face. But let's see what we can't do about it. So maybe if I scale in and bring myself over here and bring it up a little bit, maybe just for business owners, I can have this. Business owners. Let's just go through. We can tidy this all up after. So Because remember, on this ad, people are going to be, as they're going through, they might have the sound off. So if they see business owners, that's really going to be useful, essentially. Another way we could do it is we could have the title here. We could have it sort of on the left, and then maybe I zoom in and put myself to the right. This might actually look a little bit better, but to be honest, I might just go chuck it straight over my face.
Business owners, what if I could show you how to...
And then script, shoot, edit, and launch. The idea I had was to have script written here, and I wanted this in kind of like a cursive font. So I had this idea. So what another thing you could do, I'm actually liking this font now. So without getting too complicated, what we're going to do is we're going to think, right, business owners. We definitely want the title business owners in there. When it says script, shoot, edit, launch, they are kind of big words that we're going to want. So I'm going to just make another title. I'm going to put script, and we're just going to keep this rough for now. So I'm going to put script. I'm going to just get this central. And if we look at the waveform, we can see where I say the different words.
Script, shoot.
So we know shoot comes here.
Shoot.
So I can just make a cut and put shoot, and then I'm going to make another cut, put edit, and then I'm going to make another cut and put launch. So they're the essentials. So what we're going through is we're going through and we're just putting placeholders for the essentials. So business owners, what if I could script,
edit, and launch a converting video ad just like this for your business
in a single day or less? So I think in a single day or less is a big sentence. In a single day or less. Because something else we could do is we could always just, later on, we could always just add in, this could be a black video, or we could have a color below or something.
Business owners, what if I could show you how to script?
We can play around with it, but we're not designing or anything right now.
In a single day or less, without complicated camera and lighting setups.
So we could have a B-roll shot of a camera here, and if I don't have that B-roll shot, maybe I can just write here. I could even write a text placeholder and just put B-roll camera shot, something like that, and then maybe we label this a different color so I know this means I need to get some B-roll.
Without complicated camera and lighting setups, without investing time and money into confusing editing software.
So what I want to do here is I want to go, oh, well, look at that. This is a timeline from something that I created before. So I could put this in and we can drag through this and we can animate this after. This is from an actual video, by the way. Pretty nuts. So again, we're just going to put it in for placement now.
Setups without investing time and money into confusing editing software, and without having to read hundreds of copywriting books to write simple scripts.
So I'm gonna get some B-roll shots of my books. I already have an idea here. I want to take photos of the books stacking up so it looks like a stop motion. So I'm just going to put, and by the way, you could have, if you've written the ad already, you can collect all the B-roll beforehand, but I'm just unorganized, so I'm going to put B-roll books.
To read hundreds of copywriting books to write simple scripts.
Because what we're doing as well is we're adding in the essentials. Is there something to show? This is what I'm always thinking. Is there something to show? Something authentic, something organic that's going to add authenticity to this video. So by showing the books, I'm showing that I've already read all the books, I've got the physical books.
Write simple scripts. Well, my name's Ryan. Over the past 5 years, I've been day in, day out.
So I could get some B-roll of me editing. I've just recently annihilated my YouTube. I have deleted everything. I moved it all over to another folder, but if I had some B-roll of me editing, then I could put that in there. So I've got some shots of me editing, so I can put these in here. So this is just a placeholder of me editing, and now we've got a problem. So I'm just going to show you this problem now. So the sequence the sequence that I'm using is actually a 4K sequence, so it's a 4K video, but then some of this B-roll, this is actually not 4K, this is 1080p, and if we put 1080p in a 4K timeline, it's gonna look a bit worse, but to be honest, this looks okay. So just for now, let's leave that there. What we could do is go sequence settings, make this 1080p, and it just means we're going to have to make these videos smaller. But essentially what we want to go do is go through, think, is there something to show? Can I add something in here? So you see, title, big word, big word, big word, big title, B-roll of a complicated camera setup, editing timeline, B-roll of books, me looking down here. Let's get to 1 minute of me just drafting this out, and then I'm going to let you go off and start thinking about what can I add in that absolutely has to be in there. And we're not talking about stock footage and stuff at this point, because the order of things is you want to put your best organic, authentic stuff in there first, and then like the stock footage. If you can get real B-roll, if you can show, like, the more real stuff you can show, the more production value it adds, basically, than rather than just having a basic like stock footage video, corporate video. So super golden tip there, as much authentic footage as possible, even if it's like screenshots or results. So let's just go to 1 minute, and then I'll leave this video, I'll go and fill out the rest, I'll come back, I'll show you what it is, then we can get into actually tidying it up, then we'll add sound effects, and then we'll animate, and we'll just build this thing and just make this ad epic.
Ads for clients, and I've got some great results. Joel Irway hired me to create him an ad. I wrote him.
So Joel Irway hired me to create him an ad. So I know I have a clip here of Joel Irway's ad with a circle, which is the one that's just doing really well, getting loads of likes and comments and shares.
Clients, and I've got some great results. Joel Irway hired me to create him an ad. I wrote him a script, I edited his video, and this simple video went on to be one of his best performing ads. Travis Stevenson hired me to edit a video. It went on.
So Travis Stevenson, I know that was another video, and this one was an absolute banger, and this one went on to get loads of sales and leads and clicks and all that amazing stuff. So I'm just going to put a screenshot, you know, do I have the proof? You're making a claim, give the proof.
Travis Stevenson hired me to edit a video. It went on to make over $1 million profitably in sales, and I've worked with tons of other clients like Ecom
Authority, ClickFunnels, Commit Action. What we could do is we could get the logos for these guys, or we could put like a clip of a video. And I think I think what's going to work a lot better is, like, as I say, I could put the logos, but if I put a clip of the video, it kind of demonstrates more of my skill. Because it's kind of like you want the proof to be in the pudding kind of thing, especially with videos. That's why videos are quite easy to sell, because if they look good, they kind of sell themselves. So what I could do is go to clients and go to Ecom Authority and just find a video that I made for them that looks good. Let's go to this renders, Ecom Authority. So I could, we could drag in a clip of Ecom Authority's videos like this. So it's going to go.
Of other clients like Ecom Authority.
So it says ClickFunnels here, so I'm just going to make a cut, and obviously we can scale this up to 200 because it's only a 1080 clip. Gonna lose quality, but it looks fine. So we could have just one clip from a video I've made.
Clients like Ecom Authority,
ClickFunnels as well. We probably want to, from my perspective, it's going to be better to find the best clip of the best ClickFunnels video I've made. So my ClickFunnels video is on another hard drive, so I can't add that in now. So what I'll do is I'm just going to leave a text placeholder. I'll put ClickFunnels, and like probably the best thing would be, if I put Russell Brunson in there, people are going to see Russell Brunson. Commit Action, again, I've just moved everything to my hard drive, so I won't waste your time while I go add a hard drive.
Commit Action.
So clip. And again, we can put here, like, we can label these orange, and then we know this is kind of like a shot list now. This is my organized, unorganized way of editing. But essentially, we're going through, we're thinking, is there something to show here? Just add it in rough, because then you can go through, you can refine the design, add the transitions, and just make it all consistent. So I'm going to leave it here for now, and what I'm going to do in the next video, I'm going to come back after I filled all this out, and I suggest in the meantime you go through, and if you say I got this client result, show the client, show the result. Make sure obviously to blur out anything that you can't show, but that's what we want to do when we're making our video. The whole idea is show the proof. Is there something to show? And then show it. I hope that's clear. And if there's nothing to show, we'll come to that later. So if there's 10 seconds where nothing happens, we can add in a jump cut or a title just to add that little bit more engagement. But essentially start with text. It always helps on Facebook ads. In fact, if you look down my wall on Facebook, then you're going to see that I always start with text if I can. I'm always going to have a title in there if I can. So anyway, I'll leave it at that now, guys. I hope you're getting excited and seeing how your video's starting to come together. By now, you should have good audio. Video looks nice enough. And you've got the music in place, and now we're going through and we're adding just what needs to be added and just getting it in rough so that we can go over it again. We can add the sound effects, and it'll just build and get nicer and nicer, and it'll get more exciting as you get to completion. So I'll see you in the next one. All right, guys, welcome back. I did record a video of me going through, and as I was working things out, I was trying to explain it as I went and things like that, and the video dragged on, to be honest. So I'm recording another video because I want to teach you like how to think so that you can apply the right things to your video and then improve on, like, you know, things like here's the main thing to think. If you're saying something about a result, show the result. If you're talking about a client, show the client. If you're if there's a big sentence that is impactful, then put that impactful thing and get all that foundational stuff in first. And then maybe like you've got a screenshot and you think, right, the screenshot looks a bit crap. How can we make it better? Then you could go over to YouTube and you could put like screenshot animation, something like that. So you've got everything you need in, and then how to make screenshots look sexy, animate screenshots. Maybe you want something like on a laptop. Then you could go green screen laptop or something like that. And then you can go and add that. And you can always get better and better as you add things on. So my video, it's like, you know, I've been doing this 5 years. So obviously I can't just keep it. The truth is I can't just keep it simple and not do my best work. Even when I'm teaching you, I'm trying to make a simple ad, but I want to put my best stuff in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk you through and kind of show you just each of the important bits. So the first thing was, this is super important, this is super valuable. So when you scroll on social media, people might have the sound off. So it's quite important to have, I think, a title. It really does stop the scroll. So having the title with your hook, calling out the target audience, is going to be good. And like if I show you, if I had my face in here, let's just remove this. What's the point in having it over my face? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't, what are you focusing on? Are we looking at the title or are we looking at my face? So I don't mind not showing my face immediately. So let's just go through one thing at a time. So first of all, I'm going to give you a quick crash course in text treatment. So again, I'm imagining this on social media. So this looks super fancy, but all this is, right, if I remove my face, I've got business owners here and I've got a small scale animation. So without, assuming you know a little bit about editing, you might know what a scale animation is, but the short version is here, up here in the effects controls, we can click scale, make a keyframe, and this is what I mean by keyframes. Scale is at 100, scale is the size, right? So we're saying at this point in time where this dot is, the scale is 100. Then you go to the end and you make another keyframe, you put another dot, and then you increase the number. Now between these two is going to increase. And that is keyframes, whether it's rotation, whether it's transparency. You make two keyframes and say between this point and this point, I want you to increase or decrease or spin round.
you can get into how to animate, you know, speed up, slow down, things like that. But all of this is stuff that you'll need to go and learn when you want to improve, because the truth is you don't really need a scale here. And obviously, in the essence of this course is getting something done, and I don't want to put you off getting you down a rabbit hole of trying to be the best video editor or anything, because done is better than perfect. And like I said, it's about getting your message out there. So anyway, let me just show you. I added 2 things. I went to Pexels, and I'm going to show you what this is. Reveal in Explorer. I got this texture, right? It's just a bit of a granite texture. And then I went over, I put levels on here. You could just search black grunge texture. The point is, for text, texture in the background, and then overlay over the foreground, right? So if I reveal this in the project, I've gone over to art list and I've got an overlay. So if we go to art list, and it doesn't matter, like, you can choose the overlay. The principle I'm teaching you is that texture in the background, overlay in the foreground, it's going to make things look better. So I could go film burns. These are overlays. You've got all this kind of stuff. And then you could go lens flare. You've got this kind of overlay. And all these do is just like add a little bit of dimension. And then here's just one thing to remember. If this overlay was just dragged in normally on normal, you won't see anything because it's an actual film. So to remove the black, when you click it, there's going to be something called the blend mode. This is in Photoshop, it's in After Effects, and in Lightroom. The blend mode is how you blend it into the image, and usually screen removes the black. So all we've got here, we could just have this, okay? So just to show you, this still looks good. And I've got a little sound effect in here as well. Let me just solo this a minute. So got a sound effect. This is a slam, a hit, a boom. It just, when you've got a nice boom and a title, that's kind of what you see in the cinema. Okay, so we've got a title, a boom, and then I have background. I've got the texture. If I bring this up, you can see all I did was make it darker. And then I've got a lens flare over it. So just to show you this first bit. Business owners, what if I could show you how to script? Now for the next bit, script, shoot, edit and launch. I'm just going to disable these effects. All I've done, I changed the font a little bit because I didn't like it being in the middle. Once again, the 2 important things. You can have good stock footage and you can have bad stock footage. Bad stock footage to me is like corporate stuff like this. Let me just show you something. Actually, Artlist gives you really good cinematic footage. But if I go over to like, let's go to Pexels, and I'm just going to search office. If I put, let's put camera. So this can look quite good. This all looks pretty authentic and cool. But if I put office, I just want to give you an example of like canned stock footage. You can get some good stuff from here actually. Pexels is looking pretty good. Yeah, so to be honest, this all looks quite nice. This looks pretty generic, you know, like this looks authentic. But actually, who sits there like laughing? I mean, I do that sometimes. Yeah, like this looks super staged. Actually, it looks all right. It looks all right. The point is it a good looking shot? And then you want to put your text over it as well. So originally I had a rocket on launch, but the rocket just looked horrible with launch. So instead I put text in there. Sorry, I've just put this warp thing in there. But then I was playing through and it goes like this. You have to script, shoot, edit and launch, which is fine on its own. But I've got these film burns which have a little sound effect on them. So if I just show you one of them, if I reveal this in the project, I'll show you one of these. And I just wanted something snappier at the start, right? So with transitions, a transition like an overlay could be good for introducing a new title, because I'd rather that than when you see this kind of stuff. You know when text, when text flies on and off the screen like duh, duh, duh. I just don't like it. I like hard cuts. That's just my style. You don't need any of this. You could literally have, you could just have your face, and you could just have how to script, shoot, edit and launch. But then if we add some stock footage, script, shoot, edit and launch, and then we add the film burns with the little sound effects that they come with. to script, shoot, edit, and launch a converting video ad.
And then because we transitioned out of, so we've got 4 cuts, and then we're changing the scene, going to me. I added in a little sound effect here. Again, you can get these from Artlist. You can search them free online, but this is a whoosh. So I've got my sound effect just to take us out of this scene. Again, you don't need all of this. What I'm showing you is the main thing to think is, why have we put business owners here? To stop the scroll, call out the audience. Why have we put script, shoot, edit, launch? Again, if they're still watching within 5 seconds with the sound off, script, shoot, edit, launch, this is going to really say business owners, you're going to learn these 4 things. So I'm just highlighting the key points. And then I add in the little whoosh.
Converting video ad just like this for your business in a single day.
And in a single day or less, all I did was I copied this business owner's title, I dragged it across, and then I go in a single day or less. And we just copy that over and it makes it consistent. And then I've also added in a boom sound effect here. If I solo this, it just kind of goes nice with the hit. But again, you don't need it.
In a single day or less.
And then I added a riser because look, so how do I explain this without it seeming complicated? But listen to this first, just on its own.
In a single day or less, without complicated camera and lighting.
So here, where this goes, dun 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 dun.
Complicated camera and lighting setups.
This is quite advanced now, but oh well, we'll just go all in. So I know the music. I count like this: 1, 2, 3, 4.
Day or less. Without complicated camera and lighting.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. On that 1, I have added a riser to lead up to that 1, and it just helps the music transition. Again, guys, go through, add what needs to be shown. This is all extra stuff. What I'm trying to say is, you don't want to just add loads of like electric and glitches and stuff to, like, maybe you're selling a coaching service. You could be saying something like, one of my clients came to me and he was struggling with something, and then you just put like, you Google struggling. Oh, this will be a good example to show you some like canned footage. If I put struggling, pecs, oh dear, it's all doctors and stuff. Yeah, this looks kind of, yeah, it looks pretty authentic. Why can't I find goofy stock footage? I just have to show you. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Where is she? This is just clearly background and do a laughing thing. But whereas this, they better laugh. There you go. That looks a bit more authentic because they're not looking at the camera. They're kind of candid. So anyway, I'm trying to stay on topic, but I just want to walk through because I know you want to know how these things were made. So boom, and then it rises into the camera, into the next scene on where the music picks up.
In a single day or less, without complicated camera and lighting setups.
B-roll, I always had this idea of me taking a photo of myself like I'm fumbling around with the camera. I was thinking of the Joker in The Dark Knight Rises when he's trying to blow up the building and then it goes off and he's surprised.
Camera and lighting setups without investing time and money into confusing editing.
So confusing editing software, right? I'm not going to show you how, this is basically, it'll just blow your mind. This is a 3D camera thing that I did in After Effects. I'll show you it, but the concept I want you to think is, okay, I've got a screenshot. How do I make it look better? You could easily just have this horizontal and just going left to right over a screenshot. You know, you could just add a little bit of movement. I have added a camera movement, but if I take this camera out a minute and we'll turn this off 3D. So, you know, you've got this screenshot and it's flat. What you could always do is just do something simple, right? So you could scale it up. You don't need to be in After Effects. You can do this in Premiere Pro. You could just as easy go scale in, scale out a bit, and just have that. So we could just go
into confusing editing software and without having.
But just because I've been doing this for years and I know what I'm doing, I've just made it a bit more epic. But again, I'm trying to reinforce that, you know, this comes over time, and we've just got this camera that moves along in 3D. I've got, it looks like a real camera because I've got some camera blur and aperture and stuff like that. But again, the point is we're saying complicated timeline. We want to show complicated timeline. Now, when it comes to the books, I wanted to show some books. I saw this in another ad, and this is another thing you can do. When you see an ad that you like, I highly recommend you save it for inspiration. I have always doing this. If something stops the scroll, I save it. Then if I'm looking at what is this effect, this is kind of like a stop motion effect. So all I've done is if we go into this sequence, I took a photo of the books, I kept the camera in the same place, took a photo, added a book, took a photo, added a book. I got them in time with the music, and then I compounded them together. I think it's called compound in CapCut, but you link them all together, and then I added a little scale as well, just to keep it moving. And there's a little sound effect here that I don't really need, but
without having to read hundreds of copywriting books to write simple scripts. Well, my name's Ryan.
And then once again, if we listen to this track on its own, hear how it picks up and it goes back into the dun 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 dun. On that peak of that da-da-da-link, I've just added another riser. And again, this is like as you're tightening things up, if we listen to this riser, I've just made the riser land when the da-da-da-link lands. And it just adds to that impact. And then I move the shots so that the shot changes as the music changes, as the riser changes. Again, overkill, but hey, I'm just over delivering at this point.
Well, my name's Ryan. Over the past 5 years, I've been editing. I found some old footage of me editing. It's just that, adding the social proof. I added a little scale to this top-down clip to keep it moving. I could probably do it here as well. I could probably just put scale, hit scale, and then, scale 210 or something like that, and have a little zoom in on that as well. Past 5 years, I've been day in, day out making video ads for clients, and I've got some great results. Joel Irway.
All this is I've got the clip of Joel Irway. I found, and what I've done is, because I've already edited Joel Irway's video, I found the best bit of the clip to show, because it just, like, I wouldn't want to use like a boring bit of his video, because I'm trying to show the good videos I make, right? So you're trying to highlight the best parts of your business when you're adding your stuff into your videos. And then if we go along, okay, so this is a very advanced animation. I've got a camera, I've got 3D layers and stuff like that. But you could, let me just show you, you could easily just do something like this. If you wanted to keep this simple, you could just go, okay, so we've got the screenshot of Joel Irway. Maybe we want to put a black background behind it, or we can just copy and paste our textures from before over. So we've got this texture, and then we could add the lens flare again. And this also just looks good. We could just zoom in on this. But the concept is the same. We want to show the best videos. So
video went on to be one of his best performing ads.
But I just decided, I just ended up making I went into After Effects, I made it all 3D. To be honest, the one I just made actually looked quite nice.
One of his best performing ads, Travis Stevenson.
And again, Travis Stevenson, when I'm talking about his video, I could have used like this. I could have used just him talking here, but this is the best part of the video. The title looks great, and I also wanted to show
Stevenson
him.
Hired me to edit a video.
So again, showing the most important thing, and then I've got a screenshot, and instead of just having a blank background, I just added a cool little effect there. You could do it a million ways. The point is, are you showing what needs to be shown? Ecom Authority, ClickFunnels, like this mental bit of editing is just it's probably my favorite bit of editing I've ever done. And yeah, it stopped the scroll in the previous video, so I thought it's a good one to include here. Stripe dashboard, again, all I've done is taken a screenshot and just zoomed in, because we're talking about they pay me literally thousands. We'll prove it. Here's all the blurred, obviously I've blurred out the details. Here's all the payments from people paying me thousands to make the videos. So
actually thousands of dollars to make their videos, but
so then we'll keep going. I've got another sound effect here. I think it went yeah, when I introduced one day launch, I put a little slam in there. So
do these for themselves. When they launch,
all I've got, once again, the logo, the texture. Look at that. That is how you make a logo look better, or a screenshot. So, and I do that most of the time. I've got some dust in there as well. Then I've got some clips from my video, from my course. Once again, always taking the best clips, the ones that make sense with what we're talking about. I know I said in free editing software, and I'm editing in Premiere Pro, and like if you feel super betrayed, I suppose, even though I really don't want to, I'll try and remake this video in CapCut, but I just don't use it. And finally, I've Facebook ads. I've just got a this is just a video. I just searched Facebook ads on Pexels.
Show you how to create a simple Facebook or YouTube ads campaign.
It doesn't look exactly like a Facebook ad. I could even have, what you could have here is you could have a Loom video or a screen capture of you setting up a Facebook ads campaign, and then you just put a clip of the Facebook ads campaign in there, the setup. But because I'm recording this before I'm setting up the Facebook ads campaign, I don't actually have that footage yet, so I just use that for now. Keep going through. Join now for just $27. And look, this is another choice I made. This is just a stylistic choice. I could either say it when I say, but one day launch is just $27, or I could do it with the music. So
but one day launch is just $27.
I could put it on $27, but then it feels a bit different. So let's have a listen.
Hate me for this, but one day launch.
Notice how when it goes dun, I do it on the dun once again, because it's kind of like that trailer style.
One day launch is just $27, and that's for the full course. There's no upsells, no BS. When you get in, you get instant access to the course and the Facebook group. You can go ahead.
This little riser, this little woomph, once again goes on the one. Dun 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 boom dun dun dun. If that makes sense.
The Facebook group. You can go ahead, work on your.
All I've done here, I've literally went on Facebook and just did a demo of typing up. I got a screen capture. I did a demo of typing up a post just because I'm talking about going into the Facebook group. What I could have done, because I'm making the ad before anyone's in the Facebook group, I don't really want to highlight the fact that there's one member in there at this point. And later on, when there are people posting in the Facebook group, it'll be better, it'll probably convert better if I show all the people posting in the Facebook group. But I can't do that until I get the results. So I'm showing you how I'm like getting around the fact that when I'm recording this, no one's obviously taken the course. So there is no one in the Facebook group at this point. Then we go through, hit the link below, big CTA, and then finally this, again, it's quite an advanced thing that I made in After Effects, but I just wanted to show some videos. But actually what happened here was, if we listen to the audio, I turn this outro off, there's kind of like, I wanted it to go script, shoot, edit, launch, and then hit on that one day launch. So, but the problem with this was the music goes a little bit longer, so I needed to fill some of this space. So we finish on. It's out of time a little bit, but basically I wanted to fill the space. So all I've done is made a little collage of videos. I don't love this, but the point is this is something that I do aim for, is on that. Maybe if we move this over a bit. So I'll make a cut here, find the dung, and then we'll drag it back out, and I think the timing will be better. And I will always try and have that impact on the end. So there you go. I've walked you through it all. The original video was like half an hour long and I was tripping over my words. Oh, the final thing we want to do is add captions. So this is super easy in Premiere Pro. I've already done them. I'm just going to enable them just to show you. I don't know why they're not showing. That's really strange. Why aren't the captions showing? Oh, okay, I've disabled them. So to make captions in Premiere Pro, and I think CapCut is even easier, you just go to Window, Workspaces, Captions and Graphics, and it'll transcribe them and it'll add the captions in. If we go to transcript, click CC, and I just use the default settings. But what's more important with the captions is there's a few things you want to consider. First of all, you don't want typos, obviously, number one. Secondly, I don't like it when, if it went like this for your business in A, or if there was, say it said single day or less, and then there was a full stop, and then if you want, I wouldn't want like half a sentence starting there. And then the second thing I like to do is if the captions change very close to the time the scene changes, like this, say it goes, see how the scene changes and then the caption changes straight after, I will just snap them so that they change on the same time, because I just think it's less jarring than if they change just out of time. So that's two things with captions. And then the final thing, when I had Travis Stevenson here, if I changed the scale back to how it was, he had text in his video. So I scaled it in so that my text doesn't go over his text. As for the font, I'm using Poppins Bold, which is just something I like. And I keep the default shadow and everything. I mean, you can always change this. You could make these... you could make the text bigger, the shadows bigger. However you design it is up to you. But I definitely do like the captions, but I like them to be small. I don't want them to overpower. Say I put these at 45. Now you're kind of like, where do I look? And this, I just find big text makes it look less mature. That's what I think. And if we got something like, say we were here, and the captions were bigger, then now are you reading this or are you reading this? This looks less powerful because the captions are bigger. The captions support what you're saying. You know, on Netflix, the captions don't take over the whole screen, do they? So I hope this video has been insightful. What I would suggest, like if you absolutely have no clue with Premiere Pro, if you go over to Skillshare, my Hormozy style Reels course, you can get a month free. I'll leave it linked below. You can literally go in, do the course. It's like less than 3 hours long, and then you can just quit. But if I go over to my course, so this course walks you through the basics of Premiere Pro, like every like all the tools, like zooming in and out on the cut tool, the text tool. But what I wanted to do with the course we're watching now, and by the way, this has got quite a lot of good reviews. Some people are unhappy, but you know, there's no pleasing everyone. But yeah, you can get this for free. It's a few hours long. It'll help you make a reel. But what I wanted to teach you in this course is the fundamentals of like when you're making a video ad, what you want to show. And it doesn't really matter what software you're in, because the structure is what's more important. Getting the message right, getting the audio right, then showing things that back up what you're saying, and that is how you make a good looking video. So that's it for this section of the course. Remember, drop a comment below, let me know what you think, and what I would love you to do is just go and make your edit, do the best you can, drop it in the Facebook group. I'll happily drop a like or a comment and tell you it's awesome. But if you want feedback on it, you can come into the school community. So this community is $47 a month. There's a couple of members in there now, but I'm planning to grow this. And what we're going to do in here is, like, obviously I'm charging $27 for the course you're watching now. But if you're in the community, we're going to have, if anybody has general discussion, general questions, each day I try and answer the questions. Then I reply to the questions with bonus trainings. So this is going to be a growing library of like extra video editing trainings and anything to do with ads, whether it's crunching numbers, whether it's like, why isn't this converting, you know, how can I make this better? I can give you more direct support in here, because each day I take an hour to just go through and answer questions, and then each week we'll do a live Q&A, and you can submit something for a review, and then in that Q&A time I'll go in order and we can review videos together. And like, honestly, if I don't know how to make your video better, I'll tell you. If you wonder why something's not converting, I can give you my advice, and then you can like get faster access to me and have more instant feedback so that you can go and actually get results with your videos. So long story short, in here, you can ask questions, you'll get access to bonus trainings as people ask, and then also you can jump on a weekly Q&A where we'll get on a Zoom live and we'll review your videos, answer your questions, and we'll just see how this community grows. It's $47 a month for now as of making this video. If you click the link below, you can join. But the price might go up depending on, I think if we get around 100 members, I'm probably going to have to get somebody else in. I'm going to have to get some support teams in and things like that. So I won't be able to keep it at $47 a month forever, but whatever price you get in at, it's locked in at. But anyway, forget about that for now. What I really want you to do is just get through this bit, go and make a basic edit, drop it in a Facebook group, and like get some action going in there, because it's going to help other people. It's going to be inspiring. You might do something and someone might ask you, how did you do that? And then you can help them. And teaching is the best way of learning. Trust me, I've learned so much through even just putting together this short course. And just remember as well, if you're, worried about if you feel like this horrible imposter syndrome about putting yourself out there or your ads not looking good enough, I feel the same thing with everything I make, but that drives you to make the best things possible. So anyway, I know this was quite a long video. Hopefully the ideas, the concept of how you build this, like building by numbers, shows that you don't have to be some creative genius to make a converting ad. You just want to show what needs to be shown by getting the fundamentals, getting a skeleton in, and then you can make little tweaks, jump in, jump out, bit of stock footage where you feel like, oh, that went a couple of seconds without doing anything. Make it a little bit better. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Please go do an edit, drop it in a group. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Nobody's gonna judge you or anything like that. What will be amazing is actually seeing people produce real videos and posting them in the group and seeing actual results. It will make me so happy that you're actually taking action, and every single one you make, you're gonna get better. So thank you so much once again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, guys, so I'm going to run you through setting up a very quick and dirty Facebook ads campaign. So I just want to show you how to do this. So first of all, you're going to need to go Business Manager, right? You can boost on Facebook, you can boost a post, but it gives you limited controls when it comes to scaling, when it comes to breaking down the metrics and things like that, and the targeting. So when you go to Facebook Business Manager, you're going to go to this page, and what you want to do is you want to log in with Facebook. If you haven't already got a Business Manager page, you're going to follow through the setup. You're going to link your Facebook page to your Business Manager account, put your details in there, payment details and things like that, and eventually you should get a page that looks like this. All right, so I'm going to go to my Ryan Collins video Facebook page. And the first thing we need to do is we need to set up a pixel, right? So this is probably the most complicated thing, but it's the most important as well. Don't worry if it seems confusing, it'll all make sense. So what a pixel does, we're going to, first of all, we're going to go up here and we're going to go to connect data sources. So what a pixel does, it installs a little tracking code on your website. So imagine it like collecting a list. Every time someone lands on your website, that pixel will trigger, and then you can set up a custom conversion for each page of your funnel. So suppose, for example, on your landing page, you ask people to opt in with an email. You could have that as a landing page view, and then the next page, when they've put their email in, if they land on the next page, it fires another conversion called opted in. So they've got their email, and there's ways you can use this data. For example, even if you're just selling straight off your main page, when people land, they'll fire one part of the pixel, but then on the next page, on the thank you page, they'll fire the purchased pixel. And that means Facebook can get more data on the people who do the thing that you want, so that it can find more of the people that you want. So connect a new data source. So offline is connecting, like you can have a manual list. Say you've got a brick and mortar store, people come in, you can apply them to the list. And we'll just be using web, to be honest. I don't use any of these other ones. Obviously, if you've got an app, pick this one. CRM and messaging,
beyond the remit of this video. We're just going to go with what I know, which is connecting to a website. So data set, we're just going to call this 1DL test 2 because I've already made one video on this, but I didn't like it, so I've done it again, which is pretty much what I've done for all the videos in this course. But anyway, so name, you just want this, the name of the pixel. Just think about this. If this was an email list, who are the buyers? So your product or service that you're collecting data on. So we click create new data set. Now you're going to have to enter your website URL. So mine is onedaylaunch.co, like this. And then we'll go next. Metapixel and Conversions API. Honestly, this is pretty new. I've heard from a friend that it's actually messed up his data and it requires installing an API, and I honestly haven't done this yet. So we're just going to go Metapixel only. Go to the next page. Now, if you use Shopify or WordPress, this is really simple. You click check for partner and you're going to be able to find WooCommerce, Wix, Shopify, and it'll just walk you through the process, and most of the conversions will be there already. But if we go back and we go to gather websites, we're just going to go install code manually. And what this will do, this gives you a bit of code. You take this bit of code and you paste it in the header section on your landing page, and that means when people will land, it'll trigger a page view and it'll collect the data off that person. So you go and paste that in, you hit continue. We'll continue here, open the event setup tool, you put in your website URL. I can't do this now because I've already done it on my website, so I don't want to continue with setting this up. You put in your website URL and it will set up that Facebook page, it'll set up that pixel on your Facebook page. If you're using one of the presets, then you might, then it will automatically do the conversion events for you. But otherwise, you might need to go and set up a purchase event. So when your pixel is set up, I mean, Facebook has a full guide on how to set up your pixel. There's loads of videos on it. For the sake of this course, I just want to get you in and show you how to set up an ad. So we're going to go up here. We're going to go to make sure you're on your business page. On the right ad account, we're going to go to campaigns in Ads Manager, and then you're going to create a new campaign. So buy-in type, just keep this on auction, and there's a bunch of different options here. To be honest, awareness, traffic, and engagement are really for reach and clicks, but you don't want people who just click. You want people who buy. So I typically go for sales. We're going directly to my landing page where people can buy. And what Facebook will do is the more people that buy, the more data it gets, and the easier it is to find people similar to the people who've bought. The more data you get, the faster it sort of learns. Or you might want to pick leads. If you're like, say you're just sending out an email and you want people to opt in, you would have a custom conversion for leads on the page after they've opted in. For now, straight up sales, and we'll go along. I want to turn off like all the automatic stuff. So advantage shopping campaign, maximize performance and reach, simplified setup. We don't want any of that because I want to show you what each of the things mean. So we'll go to next. Okay, so now I'm going to walk you through each of the stages. So if you see up here, we've got a new sales campaign, we've got campaign, ad set, and then we've got ad. So the campaign is the overall campaign, like the name of the campaign and the budget, and that's pretty much it, and where in the funnel it is. So I'm going to call it 1DL TOF, and this means 1DL top of funnel. So this means 1 day launch is the product we're selling, and TOF is top of funnel. So top of funnel is cold audience, they've never seen you before. Middle of funnel is they might have landed on the landing page but not bought from you, so you would retarget to those people. You would create an audience with the data from the pixel to retarget. A lot of sales come in from retargeting. And then bottom of funnel is when people have already bought from you and now you're selling them something new. So we're just going to go set up a top of funnel campaign today, and then special ad categories is I'm none of these, but you might want to check if it's credit cards, jobs, housing, any of that sort of government stuff. Then campaign details, auction, sales, that's all good. Advantage plus catalog ads automatically advertise relevant products. I'm going to turn that off. I think this is more for e-commerce, or if you've got a store with lots of different products. It's going to do all the AI stuff for you. We're talking about setting up a basic campaign straight to a landing page. Then we've got A/B test. I'm going to turn this off as well because we can do this manually by duplicating ad sets and things later. So then finally we've got budget, and this is the one thing that I will keep on. So campaign budget, what this does is distributes your budget to the best performing ad sets. So I'm just going to put £30 a day to start out. And now what we might do is in the ad sets section, in the next section, we target one audience, but then we might duplicate that ad set and try a different audience. And maybe we're testing 5 audiences. What CBO will do is it will spend the budget and it will optimize to spend it on the best performing audiences. You can turn this off, and it just means you will be turning on and off campaigns based on how well they're working, but you'll do it manually. But to keep it simple, I'm just going to put campaign budget on and leave this on £30. And then we're going to go down budget scheduling. I'm not going to put increase or decrease at different times. I'm going to be targeting the US and the UK, so we'll be running around the clock. And again, if it's doing its thing properly, it's AI, there's probably not going to be people online at the wrong times anyway. So yeah, I don't mess around with budget scheduling. I never have, and it's never been a problem. So I'm just gonna leave it on, run ads all the time. So then we're going to go to next, and this is going to be the ad set. So the ad set is where you're targeting. So I already know that I want what I've written here, actually: business page admins and engaged shoppers. And I'll show you what that means now. So first of all, conversion location, website and app messaging calls. Obviously we're going to a website. We want maximum number of conversions, and it's going to say to select a pixel. So we're going to use 1DL, which is the pixel that I set up on my One Day Launch website, and I created a custom conversion for 1DL purchase. But if you've done it through Shopify or WordPress or Wix, you should just be able to put purchase, and it's already going to know that because of the way Facebook Business Manager just integrates anyway. So attribution setting. So this is just essentially if they click and then within 7 days they buy, it's still gonna remember it and put it as a conversion. And then one day they view the ad and bought within 1 day. They're gonna also get credited the sale. When are you charged? Impression, we don't need to touch that. And now dynamic creative. What dynamic creative does is it lets you upload different ads and headlines and copywriting for your ads, and it'll mix and match them and create multiple variations. So I might actually leave this on. I'm going to use one video to start, but I might have 2 or 3 headlines, and that'll create 2 or 3 ads, and it'll create combinations of them. This does mean your budget will be spread across different ads, whereas if you have one ad on its own, that social proof, those likes and clicks, because it'll be getting more of the budget, more people will see that one specific variation quicker. But I know I want to test a few different headlines and stuff, so I'm going to leave dynamic creative on, and I'll also get to show you that in the next page. Budget and schedule. So I don't, you never want to put an end date. Well, I mean, you might do if you were running an event that actually, selling tickets for an event that stops at a certain time. But other than that, I wouldn't do it, because when this ends, you can't just relaunch the ad. You've got to create a new ad, which means you might lose all the social proof, and it might just make, or even if you make another campaign, it might just not perform as well. I just don't do this. You can always pause them and turn them on and off. So I don't set an end date. I just keep an eye on the ads. Budget scheduling, we're not going to do anything there. And then audience. So we've got locations. So to start out, I'm just going to go United States and United Kingdom, and you can obviously pick the countries that are relevant for you, but these are the 2 main places that I want to advertise to. Custom audience exclusion. You would not, this would be if you had an audience of people that have already purchased from you. So you could have bought within the last 180 days as an audience, and it'll remove them so they don't get targeted with the same ads again. Suggestions as well. We'll show you ads beyond these settings. when it's likely to help improve performance. But custom audiences, so this is if you've created an audience. We can ignore that for now. Age, I'm actually just going to keep this open and look at the data, because business owners is very broad. I mean, young entrepreneurs and young kids might want to get into this, and you just never know. I've had older people buy my courses as well. Detailed targeting, this is quite an important part. So you can search interests, behaviors, you can search a bunch of different things. So if I just put business in here and we scroll down, you can see we've got interests, we've got behaviors, we've got demographics, schools, university, and it also gives you the size of that audience. So I'm trying to show business owners how to shoot videos. So a really good one for me would be business page admins, because these people are admins of a Facebook business page, which means they probably have an online business, which is the perfect client for me. But then what you can do, if we have a look, this audience is 3.7 to 4.3 million. So we can narrow this down, and if we go engaged shoppers, this actually targets people who have purchased or clicked a shop now button in the past week, and this brings us down to 2.4 to 2.9 million, which is a really nice size. It's big enough, but it's not super broad. So we've got a big enough audience to scale into, and they are business page admins and engaged shoppers. And you can search anything, right? So if it was dog toys you were selling, I don't know why I defaulted to dog toys, but if you search dog toys, hang on, let's try again. If I put dogs, animals, you've got dog grooming, dog walking interests. You could also search for like entrepreneurs, like Gary Vaynerchuk, for example, is a good one. Gary Vaynerchuk size, that's an 18 million to 22 million size audience. I wonder if Tony Robbins is on here. Tony Robinson. So you've got an audience of 1 million to 1.8. And if I define it further again, we could make one ad set with just page admins and purchase behavior, but then we could also go to Tony Robinson, and if we narrow it down again, now we've only got 9,000 people, but they're all business page admins that purchase and like Tony Robbins. So this is what you want to think. You want to think about like, what are your target audience interested in? Maybe it could be like Adobe, if you're selling video editing, obviously it just makes sense for me. But you've got the Adobe audience, which is, they've got an interest of 17,000. I wonder if like Kajabi is in there. No, Kajabi's not in there. You could put software. Maybe if you were a coach or a consultant, I'm just trying to think. You could put Russell Brand, Russell Crowe. You could put celebrities in there. It's all about your business and what you who you would want to target. Obviously, the more you narrow it down, the less people it'll target, but the more niche the audience will be. So I'm just going to keep it business page admins and engaged shoppers for now. And then placements, this is really important as well. This is where the ads will be shown. So devices and operating systems, I'm going to keep this as all, platforms as all, but placements, I do not want stories and reels, in-stream ads, search results, or apps and sites. Obviously, if you've shot vertically, if Instagram stories and reels, if your audience hang out in these places, this is what you want to put. But any of these in-stream ads, like coming up on the right-hand side, these kind of the ads that don't really get the clicks in my experience. And I'm gonna go to feeds, and I'm literally just gonna do Facebook feeds. I want to keep this super simple. The reason I like Facebook feeds is because when the ad runs, you can see how many people like and comment and share. Plus, I know my audience is mostly on Facebook, but that might not be the case for you. It depends who you're targeting and what you're doing. Maybe an Instagram reel or an Instagram story is going to hit your audience a lot better. Maybe you've got a great piece of content that worked really well on a reel and you want to try run that as an ad. Then you would do these placements as well. And all of these placements have different requirements and lengths for what kind of ads you can use. But for now, I could do Instagram feed as well. I'm just not going to bother. I'm going to keep it dead simple, test on Facebook. And this is what it looks like when it's in a Facebook feed. And we're going to keep going down. They always recommend that you put everything and let the AI do it, but I do not recommend that. So I'm going to just go Facebook feed and then go next. So that's the audience done. Now we just make the ad. So I'm just going to call this 1DL ad 1, something like that, because I've only got one ad. You're going to select the Facebook page that's associated with it. So mine is obviously my Ryan Collins video page, and then ad setup, manual upload, single image or video. Yep, you can have the carousel. We're not doing that. We're making a video. Multi-advertiser ads. I am not putting multi-advertiser ads on. It's just a recommended thing that's going to spend your money in more places. And then we go down to add creative. So this is where I can click select video. I've already uploaded the video because it's 4K and it took a long time. But I'm going to click select and optimize creative for each person. I'm going to turn this off as well. I don't 100% know what it does. They always add new things. But if they put some recommended optimizing, changing my video, I don't want it. So now if we click up here, we can put an ad preview. And it says, please select destination link. So just to show you the preview, I'm going to skip ahead a minute. And I'm just going to put onedaylaunch.co. And now it's going to kind of pre-fill some stuff with default stuff from my website. Primary text is going to come up here. So what if I could show you how to script, shoot, edit, and launch a converting video ad in a single day or less? And then you can go on to write the ad copy in here. And this is just to show you, this is going to appear at the top of the ad copy. And now this is where the dynamic creative comes in. Say I want to say something else, test different copy. If you're not shooting videos for your business, it's most likely one of these 4 reasons. And you can use emojis as well. So we can go over to Emojipedia, and I love I like the down finger. I like this pointing down. And then you can paste this in and this will pop up here, and it's showing us the original copy. But what this would do now is when you're running this ad, it's going to mix these two up, and so that'll create 2 variations. But then if you write 2 headlines as well, it's going to be 2 times 2. So it's going to actually make 4 variations. So that comes at the top. Then you've got the headlines, so we can put script, shoot, edit, launch. And then I could put like a rocket emoji in here maybe, because I do like a little emoji here and there, you know. So we could put script, shoot, edit, launch, something like that. And then description is going to come below. So you could put make your first video ad fast or something like that. You know, I'm obviously going to work on this copy, just trying to show you the setup. And this description appears just below the headline. But when you go over so many text characters, you can't really see it. So if I delete that, you know, script, shoot, edit, then you can see the description. But if the headline's too long, you won't see the description as much. So you can just play around with these until these look nice. And then maybe you want to test a different headline and you want to say, shoot, launch a video ad today, something like that. You know, you could try that headline. So it'll split these headlines up, these texts up, and you can always add multiple videos, and it's going to test all of them. And then you can go and look at which ones perform the best. And then tracking, we've got the website. Oh, sorry, call to action. So we've got learn more, but you can add other options. So I'm going to go with, we've got sign up. Sign up is probably a good one for a course or something like that. And it's going to make variations and you can see which one works the best. And that is it. When you press publish, it's going to go into review. Facebook's going to like check your copy and make sure you're not saying anything naughty and stuff like that. And then just to give you a quick overview of how to look at the ads and see how well they're working. Then when this is finished publishing, we'll be in campaigns. So this you can set up columns here, right? I've got a custom setup, but you could have performance and clicks, and it will show you the results per purchase, how many people it reaches, the budget. And this is when you get into testing and scaling, which is kind of going to be beyond the remit of this short course. But I've just got this simple one, Ryan, and it shows how many people clicked, the cost per click, how many people land on the page, and then the cost per 1DL purchase. And then when I go into the ad sets, here's one more thing you can do. Suppose I wanted to test everything the same, but I wanted to see which works better, business page admins and engaged shoppers, or I can duplicate this campaign and then I can change some of the targeting. So I could be like, okay, we're going to go down here, business page admins, and then we could just also just go, we could just add Tony Robinson here. Tony Robinson, 383,000 to 450,000, and we just changed the name at the top here to Tony Robbins. Did you know his name's Tony Robinson? And then we hit publish on this one as well, and you can see it says not delivering at the moment, but if we go to ads, you can see it's processing. So when this is approved, it'll go live. This will all be live. And what I was saying about the budget optimization is when you've set up this campaign at £30 a day, it's going to test both of these, but say you could test 10 things and it'll funnel the funds to the best performing ad set. So hope you enjoyed this. That is how you set up a Facebook campaign. You could see how quick and easy it was. The real work comes in when you have multiple stages in a funnel. You need a custom conversion on each page, and then you want to layer out the columns so that you can see the metrics from one page to the next page to the next page, and then you can look at it and think, what could we improve to increase this percentage or this percentage? And you can go as detailed as and granular as you like, and at scale, that's what you really want to do. Is you want to be testing lots of things, new creatives a lot of the time, and constantly trying to optimize and find the winning combinations, because when your ads fatigue a little bit, you might need a new ad, or if the ad set burns out and you've targeted everyone in that audience, you might want to test a new audience, and you might want to test a new ad with a new audience. Maybe you've got a new angle, so you're going to change who you're speaking to, and it gets detailed from there. But for the sake of this course, that is how you set up a Facebook ads campaign in Business Manager. I hope you enjoyed. Any questions, drop them below the course so that everybody can see the answers. And if you do run some ads, I would love if you go and get some sales or some leads, or go and run some ads and let us know in the Facebook group how your ads are doing. And remember, if you ever want me to look at the ads in a group setting and you're okay with that, you can join the school community, where each day I try and answer your questions. In the morning I'll answer them quickly, and then each week we'll do a live Q&A, or where I can either speak to you live and look at your campaigns or help you solve some problems, or you can leave a request to review something, and you could leave a Loom video, and we can do it that way. But either way, you can get that group set and support, or if you just want to skip the queue, obviously there's a link below where you can book a call with me. I can help you go through, set up your ads campaigns, or if you want a completely done for you thing, then that's all linked below. But what I really would love to see is you just go in and trying this for yourself, getting some experience, doing some of the dirty work, and seeing if you get some results for yourself. Because think how epic that would be to go through this thing, go and launch an ad, and actually get some clients or some sales. That would just be amazing. I would love to see you do that. And it would also just mean what I'm teaching is actually working. But yeah, so anyway, I'm rambling a bit now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Alright guys, so we're going to set up a YouTube ads campaign, and YouTube is owned by Google, so this is going to be in Google Ads. It's going to be very simple. Once again, like the Facebook ads, the real complicated part comes where you're scaling, testing more different ads and crunching the numbers. But to get it going, I'm going to show you now. So you're going to go to youtube.com or put YouTube ads, you'll get here. And obviously I already have an account, so we're going to go into the Google Ads. So I'm just going to click Google Ads to go back to the main homepage here, just to show you what we need to do. So we're just going to go up to Create and then Campaign. The only real difference with Facebook and YouTube ads, there's a couple of little differences. First of all, the placements. You used to be able to place a YouTube video directly on the videos and the channels you wanted. It was content placements, but now it's not really letting you do that, so you kind of pick the same audiences. Another thing is you will need your YouTube ad. I'll show you when we get to actually uploading the ad, but you need your YouTube ad uploaded to a channel which you don't want to be your main channel. And then finally, to test, then you want to duplicate campaigns. It's not quite the same in that it's got the budget optimization and it picks the right ones. You kind of want to be quite straightforward with a Google ad, and you duplicate campaigns to test new ads. So just a few little nuances. I've actually learned from the guy who ran Sam Irvin's ads. So I was working with the company for a year, and the guy teaching us was the guy who ran Sam Irvin's ads. So I definitely know a few things when it comes to the Google ads. So first of all, choose your objective. Again, we've got sales, leads, website traffic, awareness and consideration. You would imagine the awareness and the website traffic, the awareness and consideration especially. I think when I think about brand awareness, I think like a Mercedes-Benz ad, right? They're not trying to get you to click and go and buy a Mercedes-Benz. They want lots of views for cheap. Same with Coca-Cola, things like that. That's what that is all about. So that next time you see it in a store or drive past the building, you're going to go and buy it. So we're just going to go for sales. Again, you could go for leads if you've got a lead conversion set up on the side of your campaign. And you can also create without a goals guidance. In fact, let's just do this. So select a campaign type. Search is Google ads. So that's like Google search pages, the ads that pop up at the top. That's what search is. Performance max goes across all different sort of placements, which we don't want. Display, once again, these go in some places that we don't really want. What we want is video, because we're running a video anyway. And now we've got a bunch of different campaign subtypes. So you could just go sales or leads. I think either of those would be fine. And they'll automatically go for conversions, and that's what we're going to go for anyway. So you, depending on what you're running your video ads for, I'm assuming it's direct response, which is we want people to click and take action. But then you can see here we've got bumper, skippable ads. Most of these are sort of brand awareness campaigns. So then we've got the conversion goals here. These have all got a little warning. So I'm going to go edit this goal on your conversions page. So we can go here. And we'll just take a look at this conversion. So ignore all these conversions for now because you're not going to have any. So we're going to go new conversion action. You're going to go website, onedaylaunch.co. That's my website. If we scan it, then it's going to give us a tag, put the tag on a website, right? So we can go for, the problem I have is right now I'm setting up this course isn't actually on a website yet. And I started using a software that doesn't give you a thank you page. So what I would do if I wanted to track purchases, I would put onedaylaunch/thank you, or whatever that URL is that they go to after they purchase, that next page. That page is the page URL you put in for purchase, same with Facebook, and then you copy the tag into that page, because that means when the only people that are going to hit that page have purchased. And then this just shows Google that they've hit that page and they are a buyer, and then it uses that information to go and find more people. But just unfortunately right now I picked the wrong website builder. I'm probably going to move all you guys over to another software as well, maybe Go High Level or Kajabi or something. So okay, so let's just go back and just create another campaign again quickly. So we're going to go create a campaign without goals guidance, and we're going to go video. To be honest, you could just put sales and go for it as well. But we'll go without guidance. We're going to go video because obviously we're running a video. We don't want video views. We want drive conversions. And then we're going to continue. So campaign name, I'm going to call this 1DL test campaign, like this. And then we've got the countries, right? So and it's pretty straightforward. Australia, Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, UK, US. These are all the kind of English-speaking countries that I would generally market to. Again, you can pick whatever works for you. Now, bid strategy, you've got maximize conversions and target CPA. Target CPA is cost per acquisition or action. From my experience, maximize conversions is the best for getting the ads running, because we don't know what the average CPA is. So target CPA we might shoot for the wrong number and then it won't spend. So generally speaking, maximize conversions to get the ads running and then switch to target CPA. That's just what I've learned. Who knows? Everybody has different opinions and have done tests and got results for different things. But maximize conversions is going to basically let Google do it and get you the best result possible. And target is CPA is where you have more manual control. So budget, pretty straightforward. Let's just go £30 a day. Now, unfortunately, you cannot remove Google partners from the Google Display Network. And I know when I was advertising on YouTube about a year ago, there was big problems because they just included this and the ads were just going in all the worst places possible. But hopefully they fixed that a bit now. But we need the ads on YouTube. So what it might be is that if you see your ads go into the wrong places, you just start excluding things you don't want. I would imagine by now that they've fixed some of that, but definitely worth checking. Create campaign level site links. These are more links to different courses that you want on your ads. So we don't want that. We just want the one link. Devices, again, do you want it on mobiles, computers? Frequency capping. So this could be quite important, right? So a view a view, I think, is more than 30 seconds on YouTube. One sec. Yeah. Ads under 30 seconds must be watched in their entirety, while longer ads require at least 30 seconds or click the ad to be a view, right? So cap impression frequency, how many times do people want to see it per day? So I don't know, you could put a number like 5 here maybe. It's up to you. You could have it uncapped, you could have no cap. Or per week, but then it could be showing to the same people, right? So do you want to be wasting the budget on it? To be honest, all I would have, because you're charged on views, so cap view frequency, how many times that ads get a view or interaction from the same user, I'm probably going to put 2 per month. So if somebody watches it all the way through past 30 seconds, we could put 2 per week, really. If they watch the whole ad all the way through, or they click it, then they won't see it again. Might even go 1 per week. I'm just thinking logically, right? If somebody's watched the whole ad or clicked it, do we really want them to keep seeing our ads? Ad views cap, and we could put 1 per day or 2 per month. But ultimately, this costs you. When you get a view, it costs you. So if they've already viewed the whole thing, do they really need to see the whole thing again? Or maybe they're just the wrong person. So for me, I'm going to put 2 views per month, 1 per day, or 1 per week, sorry. That doesn't mean they won't be shown. That's the impressions. So they might see the ad, skip. But if they watch it all the way through, then we're only going to put on once per week. In fact, I'm going to go twice per week because I'm thinking maybe my ad is just good and they're interested. So 2 per week, and then we'll go 4 per month. You could play around with this. You can't really see this happening, but it's worth a test. I'm just thinking from their point of view. If they watch my ad and they like it and they're really interested, thinking this is cool, then would they want to, but they're not ready to buy yet, then they might want to see it again. Yeah, 2 per week isn't too annoying. And I've got the kind of ad that might make you watch more than 30 seconds, and we'll go 4 per month. We'll see how it goes. Right, so ad schedule, we don't want to add schedule, third-party measurement, enhance videos. I definitely don't want anybody touching my videos. So ad group name, we're just going to call this 1DL1, and then we'll get into the audience. So if we go to add an audience, there's a bunch of different ways you can do this. This is one I created before called business creation, and then we've got optimized targeting, which is on. You can't turn it off, and you can't have content targeting anymore, which is nuts, because you used to be able to just put a YouTube channel or a YouTube video that you wanted to show your video in front of, but it just doesn't do that anymore. So we have to go into audience, and we'll go new audience, and now you get a bunch of different audiences. We'll choose the name after, but search people based on their search activity, downloaded apps, or visited sites. It's a bit less intuitive than Facebook, right? Because, you know, like custom segment is actually people based on their search activity. But let's go to new segment, and I'll show you the kind of thing that you can do here. So people with any of these purchase intentions, I've got a bunch of targeting here. So built with performance advertisers in mind, custom segments, you can reach them after they're making a purchase decision, but this is searched on google.com. So when we're going to custom segments, this is for what activity people have taken on google.com. So if we browse the custom segments, create a new custom segment, if we go purchase intentions, we could put camera, right? Because I'm teaching people how to shoot with a mobile phone. So maybe they're searching for like a digital DSLR camera, and they're beginners. Yeah, best. What I'm thinking, like, what is a beginner camera user gonna? What is a beginner sort of marketer gonna use? But then you could also think, you could put like business in here and see what other sort of things come up for businesses or purchase intentions. Grants to start a small business, how to start a limited company. How to start a limited company is a search term. If I delete DSLR cameras, it should be a smaller audience. It's still saying 5 billion to 10 billion weekly impressions. That doesn't mean it's going to do that. It's going to mean the maximum that could be searched, that could be sent to. So, how to start a limited company. So, we're just thinking about online business owners and what they might be searching. And this is basically how you create the custom segment here. So it's for people and what they are searching. Okay, so then we could go down to, and you create the segment, and then you can bring the segment in. So then we could go to interests or life events. So a good one here is business. If we type business once again, because literally I'm just targeting business owners. So recently started a business, starting a business soon, business creation. We can go over here and we can put these interests in, and there we go. So this is going to target people who started a business soon, business creation. Exclude list, we'll just leave that. And I'm going to leave this wide open so that we can actually see the data on who the course appeals to after. And I'm going to call this business creation 2 or 1. Doesn't matter, because the first one was just called, it wasn't called anything. So use optimized targeting, turn it off. I just don't ever have automatic stuff on the marketing sites because they want you to spend as much money as possible, so I don't believe them. So now when you're going to run an ad, you want a separate YouTube channel. I'll tell you why. So I've got Ryan Collins video ads here, and if we view this channel, this is just a separate channel I made up just to do this. So the reason being is, if you have a YouTube channel, I've actually got an actual YouTube channel. So basically this YouTube channel, if I run ads with this, then what's going to happen is the ads don't get clicked or commented on. So YouTube thinks that your ads, that your channel isn't getting engagement, so it can tank your results. So the general advice, but then I don't actually know for sure. But the general advice is to create another channel to run your ads. So I got Ryan Collins video ads here, and this channel's no subscribers or anything, and you can upload a video, and you can even so say it was just this horrible video I made years ago. We're going to copy that link, right, and we're going to paste the YouTube link in here. Okay, so Now, final URL, we're obviously going to put onedaylaunch.co. This obviously isn't the ad that I'm going to use, but we're going to go onedaylaunch.co. You could change the path, which is like the extension here. So we could put join now or something like that if you really want that longer for some reason. Call to action, same as before. We've got learn more, and I'll put sign up as well. I think sign up will be a good one. Headlines is going to be this bit, and you've got 30 characters. So script, shoot, edit, launch. See if that works. Yeah, so that fits. Launch today, something like that. You know, this we can have this up here. We can even have 1 day launch like this. I wonder if we can put a rocket emoji in there. Rocket emoji. Can we get a rocket emoji in there? Please. Oh, please give me a rocket emoji. No, well, I can't see, but maybe it comes up. I'm not sure. So long headlines. So launch a converting video ad for your business today. Right. So this description's going to go long headlines here. So see if you flick through, it shows you all the different placements. Launch day, launch video. Blah, blah, blah. So there we go. That goes there, and obviously you can test longer headlines there. And then I'm going to put video ads are the fastest way to get new leads, clients, and sales for your business. There we go. So we put a little description in here, right? And there we go. Video ads are the fastest way. So you can see it fills it out. I think it actually looks quite nice. I'm very tempted to do this. Who knows? Maybe you saw this video on YouTube, and maybe you got here through YouTube. If you have, then that is just proof that it works. All right. So, and then we've got the banner image. Upload an image. I don't have an image made, and you can see down here we've got a responsive video ad. And that is the ads. We can add new video ads. But really, I'm going to cancel this. I'm not going to actually launch it. So we'll leave here. So this is fine. And then when you actually come to managing your campaigns, then this is where the rubber meets the road, really. Let me see. I got a campaign here that I ran before. I'm not sure if anything much had happened with it. And I'm getting an error, so I can't show you just what the dashboard looks like, but when you click into your campaign, it looks very similar to Facebook, where you have the column set up and you can see the clicks, the average cost per view, and then after this point, basically, it gets into understanding the metrics and breaking down your ads and learning what's working, which is a bit more advanced for this course. That would probably be a YouTube ads course. However, if you want live feedback on your ads or your campaigns, if you can actually get an ad up and running, there's the school community, which is $47 a month for the first 50 members for now. And I'll answer your questions as quick as I can every day. If I don't know the answer, I'll let you know, and I'll send you in the right place. But there's weekly Q&As. We can break down ads. We can, if you put something in, how do I make this video? How do I make this effect? Any ideas for this video? Any of the questions you would generally ask me on a call, you can just submit there, and then basically once a week I'll go through all the requests and anything that I can answer with a video. Obviously each day, if it's a quick question, I'll be able to answer it there, but each week anything that I can review, I'll review, and then it'll be posted in a group to build a library of trainings that stay there, so that you constantly get in some new trainings based on people having real problems and trying to fix them. So that's the community. And obviously, if you want me to help you create an ad, write a copy, come up with some ideas, or set up an ads campaign, then you can always hit the link below, to book a call or submit a form. But what I'd love to see is you guys actually going out there, making some ads, getting some clients, getting some sales, and posting your wins in the Facebook group. So that's it for now. That's how you set up a Google Ads campaign. Super simple. I'm trying to show you, but it's just saying an error. Maybe let's just try it one more time. But there's an error. I just want to show you the metrics, but for some reason it's not letting us get in here. No, Google Ads is not playing today. So that's how you set up a YouTube campaigns. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.